Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville.
To the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Vegas. What a wild finish.
Your home for the NFL. San Antonio's Sports Center.
The Final Four is all set. Number one Arizona beat Purdue 79-64 to advance. They'll face number one seed Michigan, who crushed sixth-seeded Tennessee 95-62. The other matchup, we've got third-seeded Illinois, who beat ninth-seeded Iowa. They'll face UConn, coming back from 19 down and hitting a wild game-winning logo three to beat the Blue Devils 73-72. And the Spurs are home tonight. They'll take on the Chicago Bulls.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
And we are live at the Hangar Bar, the after party of our Sports Star Golf Tournament. Hope everybody's having a good Monday out there. If you're playing golf, you had a great day. If not, come on out to the Hangar Bar. This is the Blitz at 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagel. He's Jason Minix.
What a Monday.
What a Monday.
What a Monday. Obviously, if you were in our golf tournament today, you had a hell of a day off, and you're not thirsty as you sit right now.
No, not at all.
Now, I'm not sure if they're still playing, if they're finishing up.
I would assume it's getting close to finishing
Close
up.
to finishing up, although there seemed to be a couple of areas where it would bottleneck and things would get very slow, especially around hole number 5, which was the Rue Pub hole. Congrats to the Rue Pub. Once again, the best hole on the course.
What do you mean by that? They had a lot of alcohol.
A lot of activity.
A lot of activity. A lot of people were spending a lot of time there.
For good reason.
For
good reason. Check any of our socials, Instagram stories or Facebook stories at Joe Reinagel 210, at Jason Minix, at SA Sports Star, and you'll know exactly what I mean.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it was a fun day, man. I tell you what, it's always great seeing a sold out golf tournament. Everybody, what was great about it is a lot of familiar faces and some new ones as well. But it was a lot of fun. Looked like everybody was having a great time. A lot of the holes ran out of alcohol.
Well, I mean,
and had to order more.
They order more. That's the good thing. Is
yes.
more can be made and ordered and consumed, and that's the fun of it. All raising money and just an incredible day, and it's fun. And like said, I mean, a lot of familiar faces. We were talking to one group. I think they've played in 8 straight of our golf tournaments. Yep. Last year's defending champion. We saw 2 different groups claiming to have won it last year. Now, granted, we do 2 a year.
Yeah.
But they both claim they won the Spring Golf Classic last year. So I don't know what to believe. Although, at that point, I don't know if they knew what they were saying.
I'm not sure they knew what they were saying either. But it's all good, and it's apparently getting rowdy around here.
Yeah, apparently Beer Santa has arrived. Beer Santa making his entrance known.
Yeah, honking the horn out there. Man, you know what was fun this year? It seemed like, and it's this way every year, but there were some characters amongst the shininess out there. That's one little. I got to tell you what happened to Minix today. There's one girl out there. She was riding around, I guess, making Bloody Marys is what it looked like, and she had the audacity to ask me if my hair was real.
She did. She was very intrigued by Joe Reinagel's hair.
Which I don't blame her for that. I'm just the whole, is it real or not?
I would say, though, this interaction might have saved Joe Reinagel's life.
It may have.
Because Joe gets very sensitive and irritable when you question if his hair is real or not. So they are having a little back and forth. It started fun. And then it kind of didn't stay that way.
She was feisty.
And you were very defensive that your hair is real.
Yeah.
No dye.
Yep.
It's all natural. And then she was asking you like personal questions about like your age, and she didn't believe you. And then all of a sudden, Reinagel leaves the cart, and now they're kind of going toe to toe. You know, she's in her cart, Reinegel's leaning in. You know, this is real. I don't know why you would question it. And then, bam, I get hit from behind. Dude, some son of a he was a nice guy, but I don't know what the hell he was thinking. He was watching something and not where he was going, and just crashed into the back of my cart.
Well, what was weird is because I saw it coming. I was able to move.
Thanks for the warning.
I was able to move the hell out of the way. The guy was in the passenger seat, just trying to move the cart up, and he claims he was trying to hit the brake, and he hit the accelerator.
Dude, I probably got thrown, I don't know, 5 feet. It didn't, honestly, and this is the weird thing, is initially, you're kind of jolted, but you're fine. It didn't bother me. And we're coming over here to the hangar. We go eat lunch. And while sitting there for lunch, I go to get up, and I can't get up. My back is, I don't know, tightened up, whatever, but that shooting pain in your abs, like, crap, now it really hurts.
Yeah.
It didn't hurt earlier. Now it does.
Well,
Beer Santa has arrived.
He has arrived.
Yes.
That was him honking the horn.
Of course.
Out there,
huh? Dude, you don't recognize the Beer Santa horn?
Now I do. I'll never forget it.
It's almost like, anybody in the Navy will understand what I'm saying here. They ring bells when the captain is coming on board, and captain is arriving. Beer Santa blows, and he lets everybody know that he has arrived.
Blowing your trombone?
Yes, exactly what it is. Exactly. He's unwrapping presents. It looks like we got a golf bag and some Kanga coolers. And the cool thing is, you didn't have to play in our golf tournament to come hang out with here at the Hangar Bar.
No, you can come on out and party with us as the tournament wraps up. A lot of the golfers will be headed this way. Okay, 2 holes left according to Beer Santa, so it won't be too much longer. They'll hand out the prizes, and folks will start coming over this way to the Hangar Bar, where obviously Beer Santa is going to make it worth your while to come over here because there are some goodies. That golf bag is outstanding. They gave one away this morning for his putting tournament.
Yeah,
that he had.
Yeah, and I saw the video of your putt. My putt was far better.
No,
my second
really
one was far better. Neither one of us made it.
No. Huh.
But yeah, the putting contest was fun this morning. I was impressed with the number of people I think it was 8 people got into the putt off.
That's quite a few.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I think Beer Santa was kind of easy on everybody today. Usually he'll have that putt set up where it breaks about 10 times, 10 different ways.
Yeah.
But today he felt generous, I guess. And he was okay. Yeah.
Generous.
Yeah.
Generous. Exactly. So much to talk about. Obviously a fun day for us. So if we're a little distracted, you understand why. And again, if you see what we were dealing with today on the golf course, and I say that in air quotes, if you will, you'll understand the distractions, all of them. What's your term? Shiny?
A
lot of that.
It was a shiny day on the golf course. There's no question about it. In a lot of different areas.
What do you mean in a lot of different areas?
Well, a lot of different holes.
What do you mean?
There were tents with shininess in them.
A
lot of different holes.
That's what you mean. Golf holes.
Yes.
Yes.
I wanted to touch it. What the hell you think I meant?
I wasn't sure.
Holy cow. I'm a dirty old man, but not quite that dirty.
Yeah, don't lie to the people. Do not lie to the people.
I would just say, again, if you haven't played in one of our golf tournaments, man, you really are missing out. It is a lot of fun. It is people. Just clowning around, having fun. Nobody's taking it very serious. Although there was a guy out there today that used to be a pro. He played golf at Rice.
Yeah. Well, there's some ringers. Because we had a guy that played at Rice, and then there was a lady who played college golf and now is a coach at one of the area colleges. So there are some stacked teams on there.
There are a few stacked teams, but that's okay. Nobody's taking it too serious. It was a lot of fun. Always is. I look forward to the next one. But again, Jason mentioned it, and I'll say it again. You didn't have to play in the golf tournament to come out here to the Hangar Bar and hang out with us. It's going to be a fun Monday. I mean, it's Monday.
It's Monday.
So let's liven this thing up a little bit and have some fun. The golfers will be coming. We got a lot to do, though, a lot to talk about today. My goodness, the NCAA basketball over the weekend, outstanding. We do have our Final Four. It is all set. How we got there is a different story. If you're a Dookie,
wow.
Oh, sorry. That's all I'll say. We are live at the Hangar Bar. We're going to come back. We'll talk some NCAA basketball when we return here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Free products and services are the best. They're next to non-existent, though. But the next best thing does exist. Barter. Alamo Barter. Right here in San Antonio, if you have a business and provide a product or service, you can barter with hundreds of other businesses that are already members. From trips to a medical visit, restaurants, and home services, Alamo Barter is a great way for you to trade out your skills with others. Call Alamo Barter or visit them online at alamobarter.com. alamobarter.com.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like a warehouse operations manager.
Where are the forklifts?
Sold them. Too expensive. We're using scooters now.
So you expect us to move a 2-ton pallet on a scooter?
Just lean into it. Put your back into it, people.
This is a job for sponsored jobs. This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
Here it comes.
Surprise! There's an avocado shortage! Now half your food truck menu is costing more than it's making you! Also, you're out of napkins!
Those aren't cheap! Progressive knows small business owners usually don't like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise? Saving 13% on commercial auto insurance when you pay in full.
Also, an ice cream truck stole your parking spot! Looks like you're in a turf war!
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55 plus plan saved us so much money.
A lot.
And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, ta-da! If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it.
Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of essentials. Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence Data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
2 words. Prostate exam. Did your butt just clench? Relax. Screening starts with a simple, finger-free blood test. Around 1 in 8 men in the United States will be diagnosed with prostate cancer in their lifetime. But don't clench. Prostate cancer can have over a 99% 5-year relative survival rate when caught at a localized or regional stage. If you're 40 or older and have a prostate, visit relaxitsabloodtest.com to see if a PSA blood test is right for you. Talk to your doctor about screening and next steps. Sponsored by Novartis.
Shoot your shot on Prize Picks and get $50 bonus credit instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. Prize Picks makes every dunk, every dime, and every board that much more exciting. So don't miss this chance to get started on America's #1 app for sports picks. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use the code ROAM. Get a $50 bonus credit instantly in lineups when you play $5. That's code ROAM on Prize Picks to get a $50 bonus credit instantly in lineups when you play $5. Win or lose, you'll get $50 bonus credit in lineups just for playing. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks. It's going to be right. You do have to be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com BetMGM.com for restrictions and details.
We have meaningful basketball being played in San Antonio for the first time in years, and you know the Roo Pub has proven to be the best place to go watch the games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch the game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
What is it, boy? Someone need help? Someone in trouble? Oh, okay. So you just want me to get Progressive Auto Insurance because their collision coverage covers up to $1,000 in vet bills if you're injured in an accident? That's it? Okay. Calm down. Let's not resort to name calling.
Progressive's collision coverage helps pay for care for your pet when they're in the car during an accident.
No, you're right. Sorry. I shouldn't have said calm down.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Coverage included with purchase of collision coverage and subject to policy terms.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Tuesday on the Morning Huddle, day after the golf tournament, we're back in the saddle. Spurs knocked one out again last night.
Spurs take care of business. Are they chasing their tail? We'll talk about what they did, what they got to do to hold on steady to second place. And oh, by the way, Cowboys picked up a defensive lineman. We'll talk about that and the tournament. Get here early. Party starts at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
On a fun Monday afternoon, that's for sure. Great golf tournament. Now we are out at the Hangar Bar. That is our after party, and you are invited to come out here and party with us on this Monday afternoon. It is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinigle. He's Jason Minix, and you ready to party?
I'm always ready to party. Are you kidding? I mean, Beer Santa's here.
He
got
is.
Prizes. We have a bucket. You put your name on a slip of paper, an official registration form, and you could win. We got golf bags, golf towels, Kanga coolers, and you don't have to have participated in our golf classic to come over here and win. I would say Gabe's the first one here, but he always is. He's gonna end up being just called Groupie Gabe, or Gabe the Groupie. Either way, it works.
Yeah,
it works.
Absolutely.
He's always the first one. Right? I mean, if he doesn't watch out, pretty soon he's going to have to help Caden set up. I mean, we might just have to put him to work.
We may have to.
Yes.
It's all right. We appreciate him, though.
Yes.
And all of y'all that come out here. Get your butts out here and come party with us. Let's do it. I tell you what, you talk about a party, and I very rarely, unless I've got a team in the hunt, like, the Cardinals or something like that and a good play, do I jump out of my chair. But that UConn shot yesterday had this old dude jumping out of his chair.
Well, everybody that saw it live. I mean, I went to the Gunslingers game yesterday afternoon, and I checked I'm checking scores, and I went with my neighbor who's a UConn type, and Hal was getting all pissy because they were down 15 or whatever it was. And I checked the score again. I'm like, all right, getting close. And we're driving back, and holy cow, what a sequence. And Jeez. the idea, I mean, part of me, what the hell is Duke thinking? I mean, they had that game and they gave it away. What I love are the various calls. Now, we'll start with what you heard on CBS television.
Seconds to go. Got to cut and run through the ball. Who better than this guy? Get it into Boozer. Back for Sarr. Ahead. Boozer. That ball deflected and stolen by Mullins. Caravan, 2 seconds. Mullins tosses it up. Oh! It's good. We're point 3. UConn goes in front.
Wow.
Ian Eagle, fantastic call. How did it sound on UConn radio?
Boozer, they double him. Back to Sarr. Now ahead to Caden Boozer. And a steal. Mullins gets it. It's Caravan to Mullins. Long range 3. Oh! It went in. Mullins delivers. Bedlam here.
They're going to go to the monitor to review it.
Absolute bedlam as Mullins threw a 45-footer in.
No, that's obviously UConn radio.
Sure.
Same play. How did it sound on Duke radio?
Get it in. They do for Boozer. Bobbled it. Back for Starr. Needs to get rid of it. Does for Caden. 7 seconds. Try to throw it ahead. Deflected. Stolen by Connecticut. 2 seconds. It's Mullins up top for the win. Oh, he hit it. With 3/10 of a second to go. Malachi Smith ran off the bench. That should be a technical. But with 3/10 of a second to go, Connecticut has the lead 73-72. As Connecticut got the three from Mullins after the turnover from Caden Boozer.
Wow. Should have been. I heard that, or I saw that this morning that they called for a technical foul there. They're not going to call that at that point in time after a shot like that. Incredible, and the differences in the calls are well, as you might expect.
Which is why it's so much fun. Because you hear it. I mean, obviously for UConn, and now this is their third Final Four appearance in the last 4 years.
Yeah.
They didn't come to San Antonio last year. They weren't here, but the two before that. And the bizarre stat that Hurley's never lost after the Sweet 16 round. Now, I'm looking ahead to the Final Four. Michigan, Arizona, the late game on Saturday. That should be for it all. I mean, I know UConn and Illinois, and no offense, but once you get to the Final Four, and I know it's been discussed before, should you have a reshuffling of the brackets, if you will? You got 2-1s going against each other, then you've got a 2-3. And I don't know how you would reshuffle it, but in reality, it just feels like Saturday night, is it really the national championship game?
Well, it could be. And UConn is fortunate, obviously. They're fortunate to be there. Coming back from 19 down against the overall number one seed in this tournament, which is pretty incredible. But I don't know how you would do it. And just in that scenario where when they first bracket them up, it's going to come down to that. Look, Arizona and Michigan is going to be one hell of a game, but I think UConn, Illinois will be too. And Illinois looked great yesterday. They really did. UConn, on the other hand, not so much until, they came back from 19 down. They kind of turned it up. But was that more UConn or was it Duke?
Yes.
A little bit of both.
Yes. And look, I know you see something like that, and it's a combination of both. But when you look at Duke and the number of players that they have had, including last year in San Antonio, for them not to have cut down the nets at the end and win a national championship with all the stars that have gone to Duke is kind of surprising.
Yep.
But you see a comeback like that in the second half. And I think depending on what team you root for, you're right. Is that a collapse from Duke or a hell of a comeback from UConn? It can be both. And it was both yesterday.
It was. And it was, it's almost sad to see in some ways for the Dukies, but I really had a hard time feeling sorry for them, to be totally honest with you.
Because they're Duke.
The Boozer kids, they got more damn commercials than Peyton Manning. It's unbelievable how many commercials they have. It's unreal. So they're going to be just fine, and obviously they're going to go to the NBA and be just fine. But I don't know, Duke just can't quite seem to get it to the top.
No, and again, will things go chalk during the Final Four? I mean, you look at, Saturday night, Michigan and Arizona, and they do, this past weekend, look like the two best teams in the country. And when you're watching them, you go, well, who's going to beat them? And you can only say that right now about two teams, and they're playing on Saturday night. Watching the games this weekend, who's going to beat those two teams? And they're going to play each other in the semifinals.
Yeah, that is sad, and that it's not a championship game. But I got to tell you something. That Arizona team. Now, look, Michigan just dominated from pretty much the get-go.
Well, 16-14 at one point, and then it wasn't.
Tennessee didn't belong on the same court with those guys. Michigan's really good. But what impressed me watching the Arizona comeback, Purdue had their number in the first half. They were doing whatever they wanted. built the lead. They had I think it was a 7-point lead at halftime, and then they started the second half, and it just looked like Arizona just flipped a switch, and just cruised. Purdue didn't look like the same team. It was amazing how they just changed everything and just said, "All right, we're done playing around," and bam. So you're right. That's going to be one hell of a basketball game Saturday night.
Well, and you think about just, getting to the Final Four, the tournament action. So many people had Duke winning it all. More people on ESPN.com had Duke percentage-wise winning it all. So for the most part, everybody's bracket is shot. But now it's how many teams do you have in the Final Four if your champion is already out? I know for you, your bracket has been awful, but you have Michigan winning it all. Somehow you're still kind of alive.
I guess.
I think you only have one team in the Final Four, right?
I don't know if I've got Arizona in there or not. I don't recall.
Because there's no reason to check.
Well, no, there's really not. Now, I don't know. On our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page, Cousin Lou writes in that he has the Final Four teams intact. Now, if he did, you're a hell of a picker because I wouldn't have been thinking UConn or Illinois at that point in time. But, hey, Cousin Lou, I've got no way to prove it. I'm going to take your word for it.
You know what? There is a way to prove it. Screenshot your bracket, tweet it at Joe Reinagle 2-0, at Jason Minix. Get your ass over here to the Hangar Bar, and we'll give you a prize from Flight by Yingling. How about that?
Go.
They don't know that yet, but we'll make that happen. If you truly have the Final Four, all four of them, we'll hook you up with something cool.
Absolutely. Yeah, come on out to the Hangar Bar and show us. I want to see it.
Well, and again, you think about the Final Four that is set. I got a text yesterday from Jason Thompson from Ancira Auto Group.
Yeah.
What a way to lose a shot at $50,000.
Oh,
Our
man.
bracket for a cause with Ancira Auto Group at sasportstar.com. There are still 4 charities, obviously, alive for the chance to win the $50,000 donation from the Ancira Auto Group. Texas Ramp Project was probably thinking, all right, man, we're up 15 at halftime. We're Duke. We've got Duke. We've got the number. And just like that, your chance at $50,000 is gone.
Wow.
Corey Kingdom Development, still alive. First Tee is still alive. Alcifer Shrine, still alive. And the Bernie Champion Future Farmers of America are the 4 teams, 4 nonprofits still alive in our bracket for a cause with Ancira Auto Group.
Well, that's cool. So they will be watching this weekend for sure, Saturday night. And then, of course, the championship game on Monday. A week from today. That's going to be a lot of fun. Well, congrats to them. My goodness, that's pretty amazing.
It is pretty incredible. And to think, you're that you're in the running and you're favored and you're up 15 and 50,000. I mean, you think about Texas Ramp Project. I kind of felt bad for him. Bill Brendel is a friend and he's a part of that organization and the good work that they do. And, he was telling me when they got in, when we saw him over at Rue Pub on St. Patrick's Day, the number of ramps they can build with 50,000. And just like that, they're out.
Oh, man.
I mean, you talk about the agony of defeat.
Boy, that sucks. It really does, especially if you got knocked out like that. Now, looking ahead, I find it interesting that Michigan is actually favored in the game against Arizona. A 1.5-point favorite, according to ESPN. And UConn, or Illinois, I should say, is a 2.5-point favorite over UConn. Ought to be a couple of good games. That UConn-Illinois game will be good, but Michigan, Arizona, they're just better than everybody else.
They really are. But will they be better on Saturday and next Monday night? A week from tonight, the national championship game will be live at the Rue Pub watching that one. And then on Tuesday, we'll have a charity in our studio collecting $50,000.
Nice.
Yes.
That's awesome. Now, the $10,000 winner's already been determined for the most part, right?
I mean, technically, no. I mean, we could have, although highly doubtful, somebody get blown out by 60. again, highly doubtful. So I'd like to say, yeah, you could probably, go ahead and
I think you
write
cut
that check.
Yeah.
But until the tournament is over, you never know. Because I mean, let's face it, the idea of losing by 59 is probably not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. So whoever has that, the 10 grand, I would start already making a budget.
Well,
how to spend it.
Children's Bereavement Center of South Texas.
Yeah.
They were a 16 seed. And
I would put that money into action.
Florida blew out Prairie View A&M 114-55, and that has the Children's Bereavement Center of South Texas close to getting a $10,000 donation. And again, I think you could probably say that money's coming, but until it's over, you never know.
Well, I guess I just
although it would suck if there's a 60-point game in the Final Four.
Yeah, it would be beyond belief. That's for sure. I just don't see that happening. But yeah, you never know. You never know. But if I'm the Children's Bereavement Center, I'm already budgeting that money in. It's in the bank as far as I'm concerned. We are at the Hangar Bar on Potranco Road. That's where we are. It is our after party, our golf tournament after party. Beer Santa's here. Flight by Yingling is here. And he's got lots of prizes. You can register to win a golf bag. That golf bag is beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
We get Kanga coolers, towels, all kinds of stuff. And again, if you've got a perfect bracket, take a picture of it or bring it into us. We want to see it. We'll hook you up with something. That's for sure. Cousin Lou says he's headed this way.
Come on,
Cousin Lou, get in here. I want to see that perfect bracket.
Absolutely.
And we'll go from there. But you can come out too. You didn't have to play in the golf tournament to come out here and have some fun with us and our friends from Flight by Yingling. So come on out to the Hangar Bar on Potranco. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
If you're playing in the golf tournament today, you're feeling pretty good. Or if you're a little sluggish, well, low energy, low weight gain, maybe the drive isn't what it used to be, you need to go get your testosterone levels checked. And no better place than at Synergenics and Low T Center, because you get TRT that's customized to you, so you can start feeling like your old self again. You see, Synergenics and Low T Center, they deliver hormone therapy built around the individual, not a standard protocol. Everybody gets the same stuff. Every treatment plan is customized based on your lab work, your symptoms, and the provider evaluation, with ongoing adjustments designed to keep patients optimized safely over time. Unlike telehealth middlemen, Synergenics operates as a vertically integrated medical practice, from diagnostics and provider oversight to treatment management, ongoing optimization, and patients receive coordinated care designed for the long-term results. They also have medically guided peptide and metabolic therapies that can support recovery, sleep quality, body composition, healthy aging, and weight management. And right now, that T-test for men is free at Synergenics and Low T Center. And for the ladies, hormone testing is just $99, so you're saving $200. So book that initial appointment now at Synergenics.com, Synergenics.com, or LowTCenter.com.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Hey everybody, Joe Reinigle here for Window Nation. Spring is a great time to open your windows, and wait, your windows won't open? They leak? They're cracked? They need repainting again? Getting top quality custom fit windows from Window Nation is easy and affordable. During the More You Buy, the More You Save sale, you could save up to 50% off. Plus, you could get them with 0% interest for 5 years. During uncertain times, one of the best investments you can make is in your home. So visit windownation.com now to book a consultation.
Ready to celebrate?
Hop into Easter festivities with everything you need at Target. First, get ready for your special occasion with 25% off stylish looks. With spring vibes, vibrant colors, and fresh florals, you'll find outfits that match everyone's style. Then, fill up their baskets with endless joy. From select Easter plushies to fun toys they'll love at 20% off. Don't miss out. Make this Easter unforgettable at Target.
Now that Wendy's has these new biggie deals, everyone in the family can get what they're craving, from nugs to JBCs. The parental units can get an $8 biggie bundle, the eldest who think they're so grown can get a $6 biggie bag, and the little one who can do no wrong can get a $4 biggie bites. You know, assuming they have a credit card. No, I'm kidding. We take cash too. 4, 6, and $8 biggie deals for the whole family. Only at Wendy's.
Price and participation may vary. Single items at regular price. Prices may be higher in Alaska, California, and Hawaii.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
So I opened a restaurant and needed everything. Menus, signage, catering brochures.
Everything and then some.
I went to Staples. They printed it all and even suggested takeout menus.
One money pit with a side of fries.
But now at Staples, you get up to $125 off custom print orders.
$125 off. Now you're cooking. Brand your business in a big way at Staples.
That was easy.
Shop Staples in store, online, or in the app by 4/18 to unlock. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details.
8 iPhone 17e. A whole lot for a lot less. With an almighty, all-powerful A19 chip. And Ceramic Shield 2, built to survive this. And this. And a 48-megapixel fusion camera with 2 times optical quality zoom and next-gen portraits. And double the starting storage of iPhone 16e. And long-lasting battery life for hours of watching the studio.
That's the dream!
And it comes with Apple Intelligence. And you can charge it with USB-C or with MagSafe accessories. And a whole lot more, all for a lot less. Get the new iPhone 17e at T-Mobile today.
Move over, Chips. There's a new crunchier MVP in the snack aisle. Enter pork rinds. Southern recipe pork rinds are low-carb, gluten-free, and packed with protein to keep you going. And the flavor's big, bold, crunchy. From sweet barbecue to hot honey, every bite brings that flavor-packed crunch you crave. Grab your favorites today at H-E-B or online at porkrinds.com. Southern recipe pork rinds are your snack time, crunch time hero.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. Let's be honest. Watching the Rangers is better when you got something on the line. On Rangers game days, call your shot with the morning huddles. Rangers double dinger payday. Pick the Ranger you think will send one into the seats. He hits 1, you're going to a Rangers game. He hits 2. Now you've just been upgraded. Tickets and a hotel stay. That's what we call getting paid. Wake up with the Morning Huddle. Make your pick and win with the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
Kind of glancing back through some of the memories from today's golf tournament.
Memories already, huh?
Memories. Well, that's what they are, right? I mean, it's over as far as we're concerned. And they're wrapping things up there at the Golf Club of Texas as we speak. They'll head over here to where we are, the Hangar Bar on Potranco Road. That's where we are, and you are invited to come out here as well. You didn't have to play in the golf tournament to come out here and hang with us at the Hangar Bar on Potranco. I'm Joe. He is Jason, and you saw the drive I hit today? It was pretty damn good, wasn't it? I had some good shots today, Minix.
You did. I mean,
wow, he's admitting that on live radio.
Well, I mean, let's be honest with the people. Your first shot sucked, and I corrected you. And after my golf tips, you started knocking the hell out of the ball, and it was actually straight.
What? Now that's
100% accurate.
Actually, it is. I was lined up to the right, and I didn't realize the first shot I actually hit it pretty damn good.
Well, yeah, except
it just went right a little bit.
A little bit.
I pushed it. It was right there on the side of the green. Come on, it was right there.
Yeah. Okay.
The drive I hit, man.
Yeah, you did. But I said, I'm not James Pledge or anything, but you hit that ball right where you were lined up, man.
I hit it well. I was just lined up wrong.
Yeah, except for when you hit it well and you're lined up wrong and it goes way to the right and it's not playable, it's not a good shot. You can knock the hell out of the ball, but if it's nowhere near playable, it's not a good shot.
It was playable. It was right there on the side of the green.
Sure.
Come on.
I mean, the wrong one, but sure. but again, I mean, again, I'm not a golf expert, but I told you that you don't want golf advice from me, but you were lined up bad.
Well, and I said that. I said, man, I've been hitting the ball, pushing it right a lot. And they said, well, now you hit it right where you were aimed.
Yeah.
I said, oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
But I did say James Pledger. I know I'm not James Pledger giving you golf tips, but, and you made your adjustment. And you were hitting the ball well, so you're welcome. The invoice will be heading your way.
And I appreciate some of the golfers out there handing me a golf club and a ball to hit a few shots. It's kind of fun. I appreciate that. So, and it worked out well for them. So it's a happy ending for everybody.
Poor choice of words. I see Cousin Lou on our YouTube going to the Hangar on Broadway. You'll be there, I don't want to say alone, but that's not where we are. We are at the Hangar Bar on Potranco and Hunt. So you have to head out this way to this Hangar Bar. And it's not that far of a drive. You can get here.
And again, it's worth it because our friends from Flight by Yingling are here. Golf bag we're going to be giving away, which is really nice. Yep. Kanga coolers we're giving away. We've got some golf towels there. It looks like, I don't know what else is on the table.
You got some shirts.
You never know what beer Santa's going to pull out of his sack.
If you're watching on YouTube, the shirt that I'm wearing right now from Flight by Yingling, you can win one of these out here, and we can all twin.
We can all twin. That's
well, I mean, they give you a shirt, and then all of a sudden, they're giving more shirts away. So yeah, you can. And people ask, where do you get a shirt like that? Well, you can come over here and you can win one.
Absolutely, you can.
Yeah.
It's that easy, and you never know. You might get a sample or two.
Might
I would assume that might be part of what's going on out here. Spurs are at home tonight for one game, and then they head back out on the road. Which is kind of weird. It seems like they played a lot of road games here lately, but they've got the Chicago Bulls, their third consecutive in the tank team.
Yes.
For the Spurs. And they've been crushing them. I mean, they crushed Milwaukee the other day. They'll probably do the same thing to the Bulls tonight, I would assume. And then they're on the road. I think they've got the Golden State Warriors coming up next. So it's a West Coast swing. Warriors, Clippers, and then I think the Nuggets.
And then they are home to close out the season with 4 straight at home. And again, it's weird that they're coming home for this one game against Chicago. It's a game that will be on Peacock tonight. But when you look at their games, 127-95, 123-98, 136-111, 134-119. The Phoenix game, 101-100. But they had to come back in that one.
Yeah, they did.
132-104, 119-115, which again was that LA Clipper game. 115-102. Yeah. So I mean, since that loss, 136-131 to Denver, I mean, they've had 2 competitive games, and I appreciate the blowout wins, but like we talked about some last week and even the week before, is this good to get you playoff ready? And to me, that is still such a concern when you look at, some of these games that Oklahoma City is playing, or, some of the, I mean, just when you're not in competitive dogfights, it's hard to be mentally strong. When you roll in, again, they're destroying everybody that they should be destroying. But to me, it's just a little bit more like, man, I needed more. I want more.
Well, we'll see. Golden State, I don't think Curry's going to be back by then. I could be wrong, but so you're going to face that team without a Steph Curry in all likelihood. And then you've got number 2 in the Clippers.
Yeah.
And as we've talked about on the show quite a bit, the Clippers have given the Spurs a hard time this year.
Yep.
And then the Denver Nuggets, which is a team right now that is playing very well. They're playing great basketball, so they're going to be a force in the playoffs. That's the kind of game I want to see. Both the Clippers and the Nuggets game, I think, is going to be good for the Spurs. Just simply the fact that they need that kind of competition. They're locked into the 2. They can't do any worse than that. That Milwaukee game sealed that deal.
And again, I mean, they could still technically catch Oklahoma City for the 1 if they want it. And it's going to be the balancing act for Mitch Johnson down the stretch, how much playing time guys are getting. I like that. The good news with all these blowout wins, guys that might not normally play are getting to play.
Yep.
And, it's funny because, the MVP conversation is obviously continuing.
Yeah.
And more talking about, well, Wemby's not scoring enough. Well, dude, look at the scoring averages across the board. He doesn't have to. He's not a part of a one-man show. So I don't know that will be held against him, but it's certainly one of the factors. But I don't know that Mitch is going to go out, all right, let's see if Wemby can get 84 just to kind of help that average. Or, when the Iceman, the only Iceman, George Gervin, needed it to go get the scoring record. And by the way, side note here, squirrel. At our auction today, there is a George Gervin jersey up for auction. And one of the 4s, he just wrote Iceman on it. He's been signing those autographs forever that way.
Yeah, no doubt.
I mean, there's only one, Caleb. There's only one. But I wonder what that auction actually ended up going for.
Yeah, I don't know. That was pretty good. There was some good stuff in that auction.
Always good stuff.
Man, I tell you, there really was.
Yeah,
so.
Bonnet Charities does a great job with the stuff that they bring out. I thought you were going to buy that Oilers helmet.
Yeah, it's signed by Earl Campbell.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
And then I saw what it was going for,
well,
and I thought, well, Ryan Eagle's going to buy it.
Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah.
I saw it though. It was very nice, very nice. But no, it was. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not a collector like that in that way, and maybe I should be more of that. I've got a Albert Pujols signed jersey that's framed and authenticated and all that good stuff. But I don't really have a lot of stuff like that. Do you? You collect stuff like that?
Yeah. You've been in the house. I got 2 rooms full of memorabilia.
Well, I just want once Pujols goes in the Hall of Fame, I'll see what I can get for that bad boy.
Why would you sell it?
Why wouldn't I sell it? Is the question.
I mean, the fact that your wife doesn't let you hang it on the wall, it's in the closet, you might as well go sell it.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, I figure if I can get some coin for that, that I will thank Albert Pujols for doing that and doing what he did and being such a great St. Louis Cardinal. Mm-hmm. He was fantastic. You mentioned Oklahoma City Minix, and they won last night. I don't care what the Spurs have done with Oklahoma City. That team still scares the hell out of me. When they're fully healthy, that team is something else, and they've been playing some great basketball. You talk about a tough run, man. They've had some tough games, including last night's game. But I tell you what, that team still scares me, and until somebody beats them, you got to consider them still the best team in the NBA.
Well, they are certainly the best team in the NBA. They are the defending champions, obviously. But again, to the point of when you look at schedules down the stretch, your better competition, you're better. That's better for you, right? I mean, the fact that they beat New York yesterday, 111-100. The game before, they blew out the Bulls, 131-113. They did have that loss to Boston. They've got Detroit tonight. Then they've got the Lakers. They've got the Lakers twice coming up. They also have the Clippers and the Nuggets and the Suns. So the idea, could the Spurs catch them? The answer is yes, because Oklahoma City's schedule is much tougher than the San Antonio Spurs schedule. But when you talk about playoff readiness, playing better competition, I think is better for you than what the Spurs are going through. So it's I'm a little concerned that the Spurs getting all these blowout wins, a little false confidence. We were talking to a guy today on the golf course who is, by the way, the jackal of the month.
That's right.
I did not realize
that's right.
that the Jackals do a jackal of the month, the Spurs supporter group that started this year. But he was telling me some of the things that they do. And again, it's like being student of the month. I mean, you get a little certificate to put on the fridge, and he's got a belt, but all the stuff that they do. And I asked him, you a little worried about this easy schedule? And he was like, yeah, kind of. But I mean, the way this team is playing versus earlier in the season when they played down to competition, right now a lesser opponent shows up and the Spurs are just kicking their ass, which is what they should be doing.
That's exactly what they should be doing. But I'm still with you, though. And look, there's nothing the Spurs can do about their schedule. It is what it is. They can only go out and play teams that they're playing that night and beat the hell out of them. Look, they'll kill Chicago tonight. I just have no doubt about that. In fact, they're an 18.5-point favorite over the Bulls tonight because the Bulls are tanking. But then the Clippers on the road and Denver on the road. Those two games are going to be tough. And those are the kind of games that I'm happy they've got in front of them, that they've got to get through those two, especially that Denver team, because they're starting to play some really good basketball. And, they kind of scare me too. In fact, they've won 6 in a row. Spurs have that 8-game winning streak. Oklahoma City, San Antonio, and the Lakers, Jason, are 9-1 in their last 10 ball games.
It's crazy, isn't
it?
It is crazy that it's kind of strange when you look at, I mean, all right, it is March 30th, so we only have a couple of weeks left in the regular season. But there's nobody fighting for their playoff lives. We know who the playoff teams are. We know who the lottery teams are. There is some jockeying for position, but not much, and nothing overly dramatic. There's nothing, other than, like, for us, the Spurs getting a 1 seed would be cool. But honestly, when I look at the bracket, is that now depending on what else happens, right now I like being in the 2 more than, say, the 1, although home court advantage in the Western Conference Finals would be cool. But in reality, there's not a lot left in this regular season to play for. There's not somebody battling for their playoff lives or even play-in lives. I mean, just the separation is kind of weird, but that part's done.
It's all done. You mentioned jockeying for position. The Rockets and the Timberwolves are both tied right now for 5 and 6, so that could change. Denver's playing really well, but they're only a game behind the Lakers, so there could still be some movement in the Western Conference for sure. But I'm ready for the playoffs to get here. You sit here and you've got 6, 7 games left, whatever it is. And man, when there's no movement, there's no drama, there's nothing exciting, quite frankly. I'm ready to get to the playoffs, man. It's time, and haven't looked forward to the postseason in the NBA for a long time.
Well, I mean, it's been 7 years for the San Antonio Spurs, and I am, although cautious about my expectation level for what this Spurs team can do this year, because 1, are they getting battle tested enough down the stretch? And 2, I am a firm believer that you've got to have some of those playoff battles to go win, and they don't have that. But this team is making me change my stance a little bit on that of, man, why not go win it all this year? They're capable, just because the Spurs team is so deep and they are playing so well, but they're not reliant on one player to go have a great game, because the way Castle has been playing, the way Fox has been playing, hell, the way Vassell has been playing, the scoring is so evenly spread out that, you know what, while you generally say you got to have some understanding of playoff basketball and have some of those experiences to go win, this team has proven that, well, maybe not. And again, I don't want to get too far ahead of my Can the Spurs go win it all? If I had to put money on it right now, I would not. But would I be surprised if they actually pull this thing off? No, not the way this group is playing.
It's hard to say they won't or they can't. That's for sure, and I believe that they can. I've got to see it because again, playoff basketball is completely different than what they're dealing with right now. Everything is different, and we'll see how this young team handles it. Not only the young team, but how does the young coach handle it? You know, Mitch Johnson, how is he going to handle it? And when you see things that are different, the physical play, officials tend to swallow their whistles a little bit. For the most part, there will be some games that are called tight, but for the most part, they'll swallow their whistles. And it's going to be interesting to see how the Spurs handle everything that is about to come at them. I'm here for it, and I can't wait to see it. So it's going to be absolutely a lot of fun, as is this Monday afternoon. Out here at the Hangar Bar on Potranco, our after party for our golf tournament. It is underway. Our friends from Flight by Yingling are here. Beer Santa's got some stuff that people are registering for that you've got a shot to win. So come on out here. Hangar Bar, Potranco Road. We will continue from here. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
And, you know, at the golf tournament today, the Rue Pub, hole number 5. Best hole out there, if you know what I mean. And if you don't know what I mean, just get into the roof up there at 281 and Redland Road, and you'll be able to find out because, well, it's just fantastic. And the best place to go watch any big game like the Spurs tonight or the Final Four next week. In fact, next Monday for the championship game, the Blitz will be live at the roof pub. But when you get in there, go hungry. The food, fantastic. They have the biggest and best wings in town. About 15 different burgers on the menu. I love the fried shrimp over there. The hot dogs. I'm told the salads are wonderful. They're appetizers. And that kitchen is open late every day with the full menu available. So when you need a late night meal, don't go to a drive-thru. Get into the roof up there at 281 and Redland Road. Happy hour weekdays from 11 to 6. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Rue Pub, 281 and Redland Road. We'll see you at the Rue.
You're riding with a Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6, KTFM Floresville, and everywhere at sasportstar.com.
Most of us go to the doctor when we're sick or need prescriptions refilled. But at the Institute for Functional Health, we offer a different and complete version of primary care. This means you will get the medications you need, but we will also put together a custom game plan to fix the root cause and allow your body to heal itself. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health, and we help people get off of medications. Call me for a free consultation, 468-1891, or online at iffhealth.com. You will experience a doctor's visit unlike any you've ever had. 468-1891.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She could get a deal. Book telehealth if she feels.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
The Gomez Law Firm has been San Antonio's trusted law firm for 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us today. Jose, tell us about the cases you all specialize in.
We do ride-sharing cases. We do 18-wheeler cases, work injuries. We will be happy to take a look at and see if we can help.
If you or your family have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, you need to visit joegomezlaw.com. Call the Gomez Law Firm at 736-4040.
Big games, weekend trips, last-minute plans. That's why Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuits is opening their doors to new furry family members this month. With over 6,000 feet of indoor play space, 5 outdoor play yards, and fully trained staff supervising your pup's every move, your dog stays happy, safe, and active while you're away. Add grooming, training, and special one-on-one time to make every day, every stay unforgettable. Call 210-750-1298 today. Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuits.
2 words. Prostate exam. Did your butt just clench? Relax. Screening starts with a simple, finger-free blood test. Around 1 in 8 men in the United States will be diagnosed with prostate cancer in their lifetime. But don't clench. Prostate cancer can have over a 99% 5-year relative survival rate when caught at a localized or regional stage. If you're 40 or older and have a prostate, visit relaxitsabloodtest.com to see if a PSA blood test is right for you. Talk to your doctor about screening and next steps. Sponsored by Novartis.
What is it, boy? Someone need help? Someone in trouble? Oh, okay. So you just want me to get Progressive Auto Insurance because their collision coverage covers up to $1,000 in vet bills if you're injured in an accident? That's it? Okay, calm down. Let's not resort to name calling.
Progressive's collision coverage helps pay for care for your pet when they're in the car during an accident.
No, you're right. Sorry, I shouldn't have said calm down.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Coverage included with purchase of collision coverage and subject to policy terms.
Hey everybody, Joe Reinagle here for Window Nation. You know, spring is a great time to open your windows and wait, your windows won't open? They leak? They're cracked? They need repainting again? You know, getting top quality custom fit windows from Window Nation is easy and affordable. During the more you buy, the more you save sale, you could save up to 50% off. Plus, you could get them with 0% interest for 5 years. During uncertain times, one of the best investments you can make is in your home. So visit windownation.com now to book a consultation.
Some people reach a line and stop. Some hit a wall and turn around. Then there are the ones who cross the line, climb the wall, face obstacles, and turn them to their advantage. That's where we come in. We're the next rodeo. We design bold marketing that drives real growth. A creative partner for businesses ready to push forward beyond what's expected. The Next Rodeo. Learn more at thenextrodeo.com.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
San Antonio Spurs won their 8th straight over the weekend. They beat the Milwaukee Bucks 127-95. In doing so, they clinched the top 2 seed, the 2nd seed in the West. No worse than that. San Antonio returns home tonight to welcome the Bulls to the Frost Bank Center. 7 o'clock tip-off. Cowboys added some defensive line depth over the weekend, signing defensive lineman Jonathan Bullard, 1 year, $2.5 million.
Sports Center brought to you by SAPDcareers.com. The San Antonio Police Department is always hiring.
Joe Reinagle.
That's the 3rd time in 7 seasons. The San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
On a Monday, a good Monday, that's for sure, because, well, we're at the Hangar Bar on Potranco Road. It is our after party for our San Antonio Sports Star Golf Classic. We're out here with our friends from Flight by Yingling. Beer Santa has unveiled prizes all over the place. You've got a chance to win them. All you have to do is come over here and register for said prizes, and that's all you have to do. I'm Joe Reinagle. He's Jason Minix.
And again, if you didn't play in the golf tournament, that's cool, man. Just come hang out with us. Our friend with the Final Four,
Cousin
Lou, says he's got them all.
Let's
and
see
he does. Look at that. He's got his. I'm looking at his bracket. Yeah. No, well, dude, you're doing well, man. Look at you.
Holy
you're watching
cow.
on YouTube. That's the dude's bracket. He just handed me his phone. He
Wow.
really picked him. So I mean, and he's wearing a Texas Longhorn shirt. And he drove over here from Stone Oak because I said it's not that far, and he said, you know what, it really wasn't that bad of a drive to get over here. So you can do the same. Get over here and get yourself a sample from Flight by Yingling. Register to win some prizes, and yeah, that dude's got every right to brag. He proved it.
Well, he really did, and that's pretty impressive. Cousin Lou, meet Beer Santa.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah.
That's kind of Cousin Lou. I like that.
Cousin Lou, who's got a complete. Hey, I give you a lot of credit there, brother. Yeah.
Picking Illinois and UConn.
Yeah, better
Very
than
nice.
Big Lou, who's got whatever.
He's on meds too.
Yeah, and wife number 2 or 3 or whatever the hell that commercial is. That's pretty crazy. But yeah, no, I mean, look, when you have a bracket and you've got all Final Four teams, then you have to brag because it is you got people like Cousin Lou and Brenda in accounting that are still up for it most of the time at this point.
Boy, isn't that the truth? That usually is how that works out, turns out. But, well, congrats to you, Cousin Lou. We'll see what happens, see what we can rustle up for you.
Yep.
In the meantime, you can just hang out and listen to us live and in person.
There you go. Like right now for the Headline Blitz.
This is Jason and Joe's Headline Blitz. Brought to you by Novu Brazil Brewery in North Star Mall. Two guys, two opinions, never enough time.
So there's been enough of these stories over the years that you would think police officers would learn. But yeah, an Arizona deputy has been fired because he was trying to get a hot MILF he was transporting to jail to sleep with them. Now, we've learned with stories similar to this, cop cars have trackers. There's also video.
Yeah.
And this cop was taking this female prisoner to jail. The transportation took 2 hours.
Well, they were in the parking lot for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Now, apparently this woman is a hot MILF. That's not me saying that. That's the headline.
That's the headline. And the descriptions that the sheriff's office was able to get. And he was trying to convince her to go to a hotel so they could have sex. She actually said, will you please just take me to jail? Like, how bad are your advances? Or tone deaf are you that she's not into it when she would rather just go to jail?
Well, and what does that say about you?
Well,
just on a looks basis or whatever.
Well,
maybe he stunk. I mean, who knows?
Well, dude, I mean, if you're calling her hot and you're a MILF and let's just go to the hotel, I mean, I'm guessing that's probably a turnoff for some. And again, she finally did say, according to the police report, she did lift up her shirt and show him a little bit just to get him to stop and actually take her into jail.
Boy, this guy is he's a real perv, huh?
I mean, he was trying for 2 hours.
Boy.
And apparently unsuccessfully.
You know,
but he successfully lost his job.
Was there a prize involved for her? I mean, if they went to a hotel, was he going to let her go?
No.
I don't. Yeah, well, that sucks. So I gotta let you do things to me, and I don't even get out of jail?
No, it was, and apparently this wasn't the first time this guy has tried something like that, so he's no longer a deputy in Arizona.
Well, I think that's probably a wise dude. That's probably a wise move, and that's exactly what she said, Pledge.
Well,
you got to grind on that ugly ass dude.
I mean, yeah. It's, you see, now, if she were an OnlyFans model, maybe if the price was right, but a OnlyFans influencer from France, she has been arrested in Bali and is facing 10 years in prison because she filmed a sex tape in a luxury resort. Well, apparently there they have very strict anti-porn laws. So when the tape was out, somebody said, I recognize that hotel.
Well, how can you arrest her then? After the fact?
Because she made a video and she put it out.
Well, does she live in Bali?
No, but she must go there enough. I don't know. But, I mean, she was there, and they put it out. Now,
wow. Yeah, she sure did.
She was arrested, faces up to 10 years in prison for filming the explicit video. It went viral.
10 years?
Police investigated. They recognized the hotel, and Indonesia apparently has very strict anti-porn laws, so now she's in trouble. Now, how would you say her name?
How would I say her name?
Yeah.
Camel toe? Is that what it said?
Call me slow, call me slew, call Miss Lou. CALLMESLOO.
Jeez.
Which does not even look like camel toe.
No, well, I just saw the CA.
No,
I love that camel.
I mean, even the photo is basically waist high. Yes, that's her.
Oh.
You got to go study that. You went and see if you recognize the room.
No, no, I've never been to Bali. You ever been to Bali?
No.
Was that in India?
Indonesia?
Indonesia.
Same thing.
All right.
It's like San Juan off the coast of New York.
I guess so. Exactly. That was Puerto Rico, sir.
Was Bali in Alabama? Is that what you're wondering?
It may be.
Geography and Ryan Eagle are two
Bali.
very different things. And we go from there to Florida. There's two Tiger Woods stories, after his DUI arrest.
Oh, my gosh. The internet has been killing this guy.
Oh, my God. Oh, and really three. One, I'm really kind of surprised that some of you on social media really tell on yourselves. I am blown away that a lot of people didn't realize you can get a DUI and not have any alcohol in your system.
Right.
I'm surprised that enough people have posted on social media dumb comments that shows you don't understand what a DUI is.
It's driving under the influence of either alcohol or drugs or whatever the hell.
Yeah, DUI and DWI are two very different things.
Yes.
But a lot of you don't know that. So Tiger Woods is helping you out. You realize, take a gummy and you got pulled over, you could be, or what else. But, and I don't know if it's true or not because, it's the internet. But apparently the polo that Tiger was wearing when he got arrested in that very sexy mugshot that he had, that polo goes for $125. It's his own clothing line, but it's sold out. He gets arrested, mugshot goes up, and that particular blue shirt is now sold out.
Well, I guess people thought, they're helping him out by buying his shirts. I don't know.
You think Tiger needed a GoFundMe for bail money?
No, I don't think so. I think he's doing just fine. And again, I'm not sure that anything's going to happen to Tiger. To be all
nothing will happen to him.
I just don't think it's going to stick or anything else. But having said that, it is his second. There was video. Have you seen this video that's going around of his first?
Yeah.
When he was in the jail cell and he was just out of it, man. Completely out of it. So
that's one where he was in California and thought he was in Florida, right?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly right. So
but he doesn't want to hire a driver, according to reports, because he doesn't want anyone to know what he's doing. He's more worried about his privacy. Now, obviously, a story like that comes out because obviously some of his rich friends have reached out and said, "Dude, get a driver."
Yeah.
I don't want a driver. I don't want somebody to know what I'm doing. What the hell are you doing?
Wow.
To where you're that concerned about your privacy. A lot of these people, and there is a whole industry that most of us aren't aware of, but like private bodyguards, drivers, the rich have to have things like that. And you just have to hire the right ones, and they sign all kinds of things. And I guess you're always a little paranoid, but what the hell are you doing that you're that worried that your driver is going to know what you're up to?
Well, and if it's your driver, aren't they kind of sworn to secrecy?
Well,
you would think.
To a degree. Just because we're talking about it, and I don't want to say his name, but we know a billionaire guy that we see a couple of times a year when we're in Las Vegas.
Right.
And he's got a couple of bodyguards that are always close by, just in case.
Yep.
When you see Jerry Jones, he's always got a bodyguard or two very close by. And I don't know what Tiger's doing, but, we all know Jerry's history. Those bodyguards probably help with a lot of things, too. Might make his life a little bit easier.
You would think so. I don't understand that because he didn't want anybody to know. I don't know if you're Tiger Woods. Are you afraid they're going to run to TMZ and say, "Hey, I drove Tiger to Magic Kingdom or we're Magic City or whatever the hell that place is"?
But again, if you're Tiger Woods and you go into a strip club, they're going to know who you are.
Sure.
If he goes in a place in Florida where Robert Kraft went, they're probably going to know who Tiger Woods is.
I would assume
they
that.
did. They might not have known Robert Kraft, but you're going to know who Tiger Woods is. Can that guy really go anywhere or do anything where you're concerned with your privacy where I would be more concerned with, the pancake waitress spilling the beans than I would the driver.
The pancake waitress.
Well, you remember all the stuff that, got him split from the ex. The first one. And, all the affairs that apparently he was having. And none of those ladies told on him.
No.
I mean,
he may have,
paid them all off.
Paid them off.
Well, again, your driver is getting paid. He's on the salary.
Exactly. Pay him well. Treat him well, or her.
Is he worried? I saw what happened to Deshaun Watson, and I can't let that happen. What are you doing? But again, if you're doing stuff like that, there's more chances that they're going to tell on you than your driver.
Well, and let's face it, dude. I mean, this has got to be a hell of a lot more embarrassing than anything the driver's going to say. I don't know. Tiger's got his reasons, I suppose, and we'll see what happens. But it's funny because I've heard a lot of funny stuff about this, and I've had some serious stuff. It says people are pissed off at Tiger.
Yeah,
and it's like the guy should. There's no reason to be driving under the influence of anything these days. Although people do it all the time. But I'm just saying it's. I don't know. So there are a lot of people out there that are a little upset with Tiger.
Well, and I know, like on YouTube, somebody said have them sign an NDA. I'm sure they all have to sign some sort of non-disclosure agreement, but that truly doesn't keep people from talking. And you're Tiger. What are you going to sue a guy that's making $80 grand, $100 grand a year, whatever you're paying your driver? I mean, so it's clearly a trust issue with everybody. But and again, the internet's having way too much fun with this.
Oh, without a doubt.
He's not only the best driver, but the worst driver. All those different jokes, and nobody was hurt. So it's not a laughing matter, but you're right. The idea that Tiger Woods is somebody that we've all looked up to for so long, and he's had so many issues and the comebacks and, like everything that went wrong with his first wife, you wondered would his reputation as this wholesome family guy and all those endorsements would have hurt him. And the answer was no. He bounced
Didn't hurt him at all.
He bounced back from that pretty damn well. But at some point, I understand because, again, it's so preventable, especially for somebody like Tiger Woods. And to hear, well, his privacy? What kind of privacy does that guy have to begin with? None. You can't go anywhere.
Yeah, you can't go anywhere. Yeah, you're exactly right. He's got no pride. I don't know. I mean, I think for rich people, there are places you could probably go and be at least feel safe that nobody's going to out you. If
Are you kidding? I mean, how many times do we have to hear about this list and wanting it to be revealed from Epstein? I mean, there was a place like that. I mean, at some point, secrets are going to be out.
Wow.
I when I read that, I'm just like, now I get you want to have your freedom and the ability to go drive, and I get that. Probably one of the few things he could do as a quote normal person is to go drive, but clearly he's not that great of a driver.
Well, especially if you're under the influence. I don't know. Well, we'll see what happens with Tiger, and I would imagine his Masters dream is I can't imagine he's going to play in the Masters now or even try to do that. So we'll see what happens with him. That's coming up here in a couple of weeks.
Well, yeah,
it's always right after the Valero Texas Open.
And the Valero Texas Open is this week.
We're going to be out there
Thursday and Friday.
Yes. It's going to be fun. Always like going out there, and it's a great field out there too. I don't know. Just see if somebody can hit the ball as well as I did today when we go out there. Come on out and see us. We're at the Hangar Bar on Potranco Road with our friends from Flight by Yingling, and I guarantee you they're making it worth your while to get your hiney out here. You didn't have to play in the golf tournament to come out here and party with us, so get in your car, point it this way, and come on down. We are here, and that's reason enough, is it not?
Absolutely.
That's right. So, and we'll continue this fine broadcast on the other side This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
The Headline Blitz is brought to you by Novo Brewery, San Antonio's newest sports watching destination with over 80 feet of video walls, 60 craft beers, and hard kombucha on tap. A full bar and delicious menu. Novo Brewery is attached to North Star Mall and open late hours. San Antonio's newest sports headquarters is Novo Brewery. We're talking over 80 feet of massive video walls, a lineup of craft beers, and hard kombucha on tap. Novo Brewery, juicy, thick-cut ribeye steaks, picanha prime sirloin, Brazilian empanadas, stacked burgers, and more. Novo Brewery, built for fans, friends, and full-on game day energy. Novo Brewery, attached to North Star Mall with late hours. Check out the menu and taps at novobrew.com. That's novobrew.com.
Why are there cages all over my office? Joel, allow me to introduce you to all my new friends, the Easter Bunnies. This is just what we need around here to get us into the Easter spirit.
Nigel, these guys are cute, but here at Quarter Moon, we focus 100% on fixing plumbing and AC issues. And folks, I agree, there's nothing cute about that.
Oh, these rabbits came with Easter candy. See all those tiny chocolate goodies? I'm going to try some.
Nigel, that's not...
Joel?
Yeah, Nigel.
I don't think that's candy.
License number N16004, DACLA 000743458E.
Flight by Yingling is the presenting sponsor of the 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Spring Golf Tournament on March 30th, and they're giving you the chance to win big. Register now to win a set of custom golf clubs valued at $2,800. Imagine hitting the course with custom clubs while enjoying a crisp Flight by Yingling, just 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. Head to yingling.com/golf to enter. No purchase necessary. Must be 21 or older to win. Enjoy responsibly. DG Yingling & Sons, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Ownwell. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at ownwell.com/terms. Estimate based on your neighborhood average and individual results may vary.
When I saw how high my property tax bill was, I was shocked. We couldn't afford this, but I discovered Ownwell. Ownwell reduced my property taxes and saved me over $1,000 in just 3 minutes.
Your property taxes aren't set in stone. They can be challenged and they can be reduced. But instead of filing a tax grievance yourself, Ownwell does it all for you with a combination of local experts and cutting-edge technology. Ownwell has reduced property taxes for hundreds of thousands of homeowners and put money back in their pocket. And unlike other companies that take half of whatever you save, Ownwell charges just 35%, and that's only if you save.
Now I never stress about my property taxes. Ownwell reduces it every year.
Sign up now for free. Don't pay unless you save. Text TAX to 64,000. Text TAX to 64,000. Text TAX to 64,000.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Jake from State Farm. I'm winning. I finally cleaned my house, so I'm breaking out my new tropical room spray.
Keep winning and create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. It's like your own personal paradise.
Ooh, hey, grab me a coconut water.
Bundling, just another way to save with a personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
If you've been thinking about buying a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, think Ancira.com. Browse through thousands of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, SUVs, and RVs. Shop for your next new Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Ford, Buick, or GMC. Looking for an import? We have a huge selection of Kias, VWs, and Nissans. For your home away from home, a full line of RVs and campers. And you'll always get the lowest Ancira price in-store or online at Ancira.com.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Monday just got better. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star is hosting the Spring Golf Classic After Party at the Hangar Bar and Grill on Potranco. Party kicks off at 2 p.m. with a Blitz live on site. Big love to our tournament sponsor, Flight by Yingling, and props to our co-sponsors, Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chunkla, Jim B, and Sarah Auto Group on the Rocks Premium Cocktails, PPL Motorhomes, and Hornitos for making it happen. The Sports Star Golf Classic After Party, Monday at 2, Hangar Bar on Potranco.
I'm AJ Hoffman from the Morning Huddle. Join me and Rob Thompson tomorrow morning at 6. Your early morning wake-up call on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Live at the Hangar Bar on Potranco, it is our after party for the San Antonio Sports Star Golf Classic. Been a great day, a great Monday. Everybody had a lot of fun. The golf tournament is wrapping up. That means everybody's headed this way to the Hangar Bar on Potranco Road. I'm Joe Reinigle. He's Jason Minix, and it's been a good day, Minix.
It's been a great day. Well, I mean, for us, for a lot of you, it's a typical Monday. But, being out at the golf course today, especially, you got to get up early.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Caden, our producer, he's been out there since 4 a.m. James Pledge.
At 3 o'clock to be exact.
3 o'clock?
3 o'clock a.m.
Nobody asked you. We don't need specifics.
There's no witnesses.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's longer than
3 a.m. Turn your mic off. Nobody said you could talk. 3 a.m.
3
a.m.?
Wow.
The hell. Pledge has been up for 3 straight days getting ready for this. and we actually let him out of the glass box of fun this morning.
Crazy.
And I don't know if he really knew how to handle himself in front of all those people. He was very excited. I mean, we did the announcements, and then he did the same announcements after us.
He did. Oh, man. That's right. I think Pledge had fun today. Yeah, he was running around like a chicken with his head cut off, but that dude had fun.
I don't want to give the guy a big head, but putting on a golf tournament is a lot of work. There's so much behind the scenes that go into putting something like that on. And it kind of fell into Pledge's lap about, I don't know, a month and a half, 2 months ago.
About that.
And he crushed it. Proud of him. He crushed it. Don't tell him I said that. Don't give him a big head, but he did a hell of a job. And then had to go back, and he's producing today because, and then extra innings with Pledge. And then at some point, he's going to crash, and he's going to sleep for 2 straight days.
I think you're right.
And he probably should.
Well, no, he's still got to come to work.
I mean, well, this is true.
Yeah, so I'm not going to let him. He get a good night's sleep tonight, Pledge, and then that's it.
No, not really.
That's it.
Not really. But great job, James. In all seriousness, hell of a job in putting that on, and whatever Caden did too. I suppose he gets a hell of a job.
Yeah, he does.
I contributed.
You contributed what? I mean, you spent 4 hours listening to Rob and AJ.
Well, that's
spending
torture.
4 hours with
Holy
us.
Cow!
And then in between there, you had lunch. You're good.
Dude, I looked over at Caden this morning when I first got to the golf course, and he looked miserable.
He didn't look miserable. He looked dead. I mean, obviously the sun's not out, and he's sitting there with his sunglasses on. It was like Weekend at Bernie's.
Well, he was asleep, I think.
He was. I think he was.
Well, no, I walked over to him. I said, dude, this has got to be torture listening to these two guys. And he goes, well, I won't tell you what he said. He loves you, Rob, AJ. He does.
Does he? Does he? And the good news is for Caden, it was good practice because he'll have the same schedule on Thursday and Friday when we're live at the Valero Texas Open.
That's right.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, guy's going to bank this week with overtime.
Yeah, he is. How about that?
Yeah, that's not a bad deal.
Not a bad deal at all. I can't wait for that.
The weekend of NCAA tournament, we had one classic game, but like the Saturday games, Arizona destroys Purdue, Illinois, Iowa. And then yesterday, the early game. Now, Michigan, Tennessee was a good game for, I don't know, 10
5
minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
It was like 16-14, and then it was ridiculous. And that's about when I left to go to the Gunslingers game. And then I'm checking the scores of the UConn-Duke game while I'm at the Gunslingers game, which, by the way, was a lot of fun.
Uh-huh.
Although they lost. But and I went with my neighbor Hal, who is a UConn type, and like, dude, because I thought for a minute how, like, if it were me and my team, I'm not going to an indoor football game if my team is playing. But he was, he went and he was looking, and then we stopped looking at our phones because it wasn't a good game. It was a blowout at halftime.
It was.
And then Kevin Brock was like, dude, did you see the ending? What? What happened? And what a finish. And the way it sounded is UConn wins 73-72 in the most bizarre fashion. And if you're a Duke type, the nightmares. Boozer's going to be 72 years old and wake up having flashbacks of this. But how it sounded across the TV and radio was incredible. Here's what it sounded like on CBS television.
Seconds to go. Got to cut and run through the ball. Who better than this guy? Get it into Boozer. Back for Sarr. Ahead. Boozer. That ball deflected and stolen by Mullins. Caravan, 2 seconds. Mullins tosses it up. It's good. We're point 3. UConn goes in front.
Wow. It was exciting, dude. I popped up off the couch. I really did. And it was fun. I mean, that was just one of those fun games. And as UConn just creeps back into this thing and creeps back into it. And then the shot. I mean, I was no. And he hits it.
Well, I mean, from the logo. And again, dumb Duke. What are you doing?
Yeah.
But for Mullins to hit a shot like that, obviously, I mean, prisoner of the moment, that's going to go down as one of the greatest moments in NCAA tournament history.
Without a doubt.
And the madness is there. This is what it sounded like on UConn radio.
Boozer, they double him. Back to Sarr. Now ahead to Caden Boozer. And a steal. Mullins gets it. It's Caravan to Mullins. Long-range 3. Oh! It went in! Mullins delivers. Bedlam here. They're going to go to the monitor to review it. Absolute bedlam as Mullins threw a 45-footer in.
He really did. It was nothing but net.
Dude.
I mean, it was pure, man. It was something else. But I jumped up off the couch. I jumped up off the couch, and it was exciting. It really was. I don't know what else you say about that, man. It was just a fun basketball game.
Well, you hear the dude from UConn with the thrill of victory. Duke, the agony of defeat.
Get it in. They do for Boozer. Bobbled it. Back for Sarr. Needs to get rid of it. Does for Caden. 7 seconds. Trying to throw it ahead. Deflected. Stolen by Connecticut. 2 seconds. It's Mullins up top for the win. Oh, he hit it. With 3/10 of a second to go. Malachi Smith ran off the bench. That should be a technical. But with 3/10 of a second to go, Connecticut has the lead, 73-72. As Connecticut got the 3 from Mullins after the turnover from Caden Boozer.
Dude, you got to love that radio guy because, I mean, he was looking for anything at that point in time. Oh, the guy came off the bench. That should be a technical.
I mean, it should be. I mean, again, the idea of that game, and it's going to depend on what logo you root for. Is that a great choke job by Duke, the first 1 seed, to have a 15-point lead at halftime and lose? Because, we all saw that stat that floated around. It was like 1,000,000,000, and now it's 1,000,000,001. A great comeback by UConn, and quite honestly, it's a combination of both. You have to, for that to happen, you have the great comeback and then the meltdown at the same time.
Yeah, well, obviously it was, but credit UConn too. I mean, for not giving up. They could have folded and just gone home, but they didn't. They kept fighting, and as things, you start chipping that away, your confidence grows, and boy, there they were. But it was, I agree with you. I think it was a combination of both. Give UConn credit, but Duke, they choked that one away.
Oh, I mean, honestly. Yeah, I mean, probably more of a choke job than anything. But at the same time, I think, for UConn, it was a hell of a comeback. They never quit. And Dan Hurley, whether you like the guy or not, he's a different breed, that's for sure. But he wins, and his reactions earlier, I think one of the funnier memes that I saw, his reaction, with his players, chest bumping and all that, and then immediately the handshake line.
Yeah.
One of the memes said, how I am on Twitter versus how I am on LinkedIn. And, there is some truth into that. There's just, the excitement. And afterwards, he said the first thing he did was go into the bathroom stall and pray, because you got to thank somebody for something like that, because you're going to the Final Four again.
It was a lot of fun. There's no doubt about it. It was a lot of fun. And, props to UConn. They'll take on Illinois now. And, you got Arizona and Michigan will face off against each other on Saturday night. So, I mean, it's
which I'm excited about, but kind of bummed. I mean, in reality, and I know they can't reseed, and I know it's been talked about when you get stuff like what we're getting, they don't reshuffle the bracket, but it feels like Arizona, Michigan is worthy of the national championship, not whatever we're going to get on Monday. Now, we'll see how it all plays out. The late game on Saturday, that's going to be, that Arizona, Michigan look like the two best teams. And when you're watching those two teams play, you go, who's going to beat them? Well, now we're going to find out, but not for the national championship.
Well, and I tell you what, Arizona can't have a first half like they had against Purdue.
No,
they just can't, because they won't come back against Michigan. That's for sure. And vice versa. Both teams are going to have to get off to a good start and make it a competitive game. And I think it will. We've got a lot of time to talk about that and the rest of the NCAA. But I'm really looking forward to Saturday night. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, without a doubt. Now, Joshua Jimenez says it's not a choke job.
Okay.
So it's not a choke job.
I mean, again, depending on you got to have a combination of a choke job and an incredible comeback for something like that can happen. If you're a Duke fan, you choke that thing away. If you're a Duke hater, which a lot of people are, they choked that thing away. If you're a UConn fan, it's the greatest comeback in, and if you're just a casual observer like most of us, it's a combination of both. I mean, is that a great basketball game? No. Is it great drama down the stretch?
Yeah.
Is it madness? I mean, that's how you come up with March Madness. But, yeah, that's a bit of a choke job, and it's also a hell of a comeback. You have to have a combination of both.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of both, without a doubt. It was a hell of a second half. Let me just put it that way. And you can look at it that way, too. I mean, Duke, they were surgical in the first half. And then just, UConn had the answers in the second. It was a lot of fun. All right, they're having the NFL owners meetings, Jason.
Yeah.
And Brian Schottenheimer was there. And he talked to the media, as did young Mr. Stephen Jones.
Uh-huh.
We will hear from both when we return live from the Hangar Bar here on Potranco Road. This is the Blitz on 94.1, San Antonio Sports Star. And let me tell you about my good friends at Stevens Roofing. You know how much I love talking about these guys. I love them because they're nice people, first and foremost. They're a family-owned company, local company, and get this. This company has been in business since 1983. 1983. That should tell you everything you need to know about the reputation and the quality of the work that is done by Stevens Roofing. And guess what? Now they've added solar to what they do. If you've been thinking about solar panels, I know a lot of you have, and are considering it. Stevens Roofing and Solar is the company you need to remember. The number you need to remember, 210-785-0994. Give them a call. Tell them what you're thinking about. They'll help you put a plan together, and they'll get it done, and you know they're going to get it done right. If you think something's wrong with your roof, you step outside and you see something that just doesn't look right, Stevens Roofing and Solar is the company to call. They'll send a crew out to your house. They'll check your roof for free, and they'll let you know if there's any problems, and they'll take care of them right there for you. You got the best in the business. Stevens Roofing and Solar, 210-785-0994, or You can get them online at stevensroofing.net.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Tuesday on the Morning Huddle, day after the golf tournament, we're back in the saddle. Spurs knocked one out again last night.
Spurs take care of business. Are they chasing their tail? We'll talk about what they did, what they got to do to hold on steady to second place. And oh, by the way, Cowboys picked up a defensive lineman. We'll talk about that and the tournament. Get here early. Party starts at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 and Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
The problem with radio is we can't show you our new box packed with a KFC snacker, 5 nuggets, fries, and a drink for just $7. So you'll just have to trust us when we say the crispy golden fried breading will make your mouth water. You'll have to trust us when we say this is a ridiculous amount of chicken for such a small price. And you'll have to really trust us when we insist that, yes, it really is only $7. $7 box feast from KFC. Trust us. It's finger-licking good.
Prices and participation may vary. Tax, tips, and fees.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
All right, our Sports Star crew, listen up. If you want to keep winning in life like our San Antonio Spurs do on the court, head over to Game Day Men's Health. Cibolo Shirts or Alamo Ranch, the roster stacked with all-stars just like our Spurs. Experts trained in hormonal health, erectile dysfunction, weight loss, advanced peptide therapies. Why go to the G League when you can take your talents straight to the top, baby? Whether you're tired all the time, you've got low energy, maybe you've got some weight gain or the brain fog, maybe you need a little help in the bedroom. I'm not here to judge. They've got you covered. Their Hall of Fame team and services like testosterone replacement and peptide therapies will get you back in the game. Located in Alamo Ranch, or choose the Cibolo Shirts location on I-35 and 3009 across the highway from HEB. Call 830-376-9100 or visit GameDayMen'sHealth.com and book your appointment today. Win back your health, win back your life. It's game day. Let's go. That's 830-376-9100.
Let NAW, Northwest Automotive Warehouse, equip you for spring, summer, mom, work, and family seasons with full lines of real truck products like Undercover Ultraflex and Retrax truck bed covers or Husky floor liners. Enjoy better than internet pricing, double the 5-year warranty, and skip the week-long wait for delivery. Plus tons of scratch and dent options on WeatherGuard toolboxes, pack rats, and diesel transfer tanks. Family owned and operated since 1978 in the Big Red Building at 3027 Culebra or NAWtruck.com.
Drivers who switch their home and auto with Progressive could save money and time. Other things try to do this, but they really don't. Like the touchscreen at fast food places. It's not like you save time because it takes you longer to use a touchscreen than, I don't know, someone who works there. And another thing, you'd think it would save money because they're not paying a cashier, right? But no, same price. Also, why is there an option to tip? Who am I tipping? Exactly. Anyway, even if you can't save money and time with some things, you could with a Progressive home and auto bundle. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
We're back live at the Hangar Bar off Potranco Road. Potranco and Hunt is, I guess, more officially where we are.
Yeah.
This is the Blitz 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagel. He's Jason Minix. It is our San Antonio Sports Star Golf Classic After Party.
It is.
That's what it is.
It is, and we've got a lot of great prizes from our friends from Flight by Yingling that we are giving away here, including a golf bag, including Kanga coolers. There are shirts, golf shirts. There are golf towels. We posted a video on the San Antonio Sports Star Instagram page where you can actually see that golf bag, and it could be yours if you come over here. The cool part, if you didn't play in our golf tournament, that's cool. You don't have to have played to come to the after party. You don't have to have played to be eligible to win these prizes. All you have to do is walk in here to the Hangar Bar on Potranco and fill out the slip, put it in that Flight by Yingling bucket, and we'll do drawings around at 6 o'clock tonight. So get on over here and drink with us on a Monday.
Absolutely. Why wouldn't you? I mean, it's Monday. Come on out and party with it. You know, this place is popping.
It is.
I mean, it really is. For a Monday afternoon, it's popping. It's good.
And the Spurs play tonight.
The Spurs do play tonight. That is for sure. The ladies are playing right now, as a matter of fact, on all the TVs they have in here. So all of that is good. So yeah, get on out here. It's a fun place to be. That is for sure.
The NFL owners meetings are taking place in Arizona, and obviously, you know, everybody's there. While it's the owners meetings or NFL meetings, you know, head coaches are there. Brian Schottenheimer talking a lot today, and really the big news from Brian Schottenheimer is his non-answer on George Pickens.
No, I mean, I've had conversations with George. He's doing great. He and CD have been taking a lot of trips together. So when I text them now, I kind of text them both. I was at a wedding the other day. My nephew or my niece got married, and I texted them both, and it was great just to catch up with those guys. But, yeah, he's training with Dak. Hey, look, GP loves it here. We love GP. We have plans for GP to be here for a long time. So we'll let the business side of this thing play out and see where it goes.
Regarding him being available, though, for the off-season program, mini camps, OTAs, any assurances that he'll be around?
No, and I haven't pushed that on him. I mean, again, we're all going through the process. It's almost April. We're still a couple weeks away. It's going to play out the way it plays out. Again, it's all voluntary. So we'll see where it goes.
What conversations have you had?
Interesting. It doesn't look. I don't know. I was about to say, look, it doesn't sound like he thinks he'll be there.
No, and why would he be there? His only leverage is not to show up.
Well, sure, if he has any leverage at all. I mean, quite frankly, George Pickens on this thing is really, I mean, kind of at the Cowboys' mercy when it comes down to it. He can either play, which I think he will eventually. $28 million. But like the voluntary part of it is one thing. The mandatory part of it, if he starts missing that then that's when it's a problem.
Although, I mean, training camp, he'll hold in as opposed to hold out, which is what you see players do on the tag, unless you're, of course, Dak Prescott. And that's the one example Jerry will give, and it's a pathetic comparison, but the reality is that's what players do when they're on the tag. They're not going to risk it. They're not going to miss any game checks. But I would be surprised if he did anything as part of the offseason, and I'd be surprised if he even showed up at training camp at this point. I'm glad he loves football. I am glad, though, that he's been working out with Dak. You heard that from Schottenheimer.
Yeah.
And spending a lot of time with CD. So, you know, they're putting in their own work like they typically would. So we'll see. I'm more worried about what the hell is this team going to do at the linebacker position.
You know, look, we made a run at some guys in free agency. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And what do? You just adjust. It's something we're working on 365, 24/7. We've got a good plan. We've got firepower now going into the draft. We're not done. We're always open for business. So, part of it's going to be, Demo having a tremendous year. Shamar James is the guy we're excited about, but we recognize that we got to fill some holes there.
Well, it's funny. He's been hanging around Stephen Jones a lot. This whole 24/7 thing, 365. We're always looking for talent. But again, it's got to be a concern for him. It has to be. And again, he said they made a run at a few guys and it didn't work out. So we'll see what they do. Look, they're gonna fill that hole. one way or another. I'm pretty confident in that.
The question is, are they going to do that before the draft, after the draft? You brought up Stephen Jones. He was asked about what are they going to do at linebacker.
I wouldn't say disappointing. Anytime you're in the hunt for something, you'd like to think things could work out. But, we also, we look at every situation differently. And obviously, in those particular cases, it just didn't work out.
Do you think you need to get a veteran linebacker in the room before the draft?
I don't think it has to be before the draft. No, I don't think there's any timing on that. Go back to player acquisitions 365 days a year. And, we've got good players after the draft, in terms of players that have played in the league. There's always, opportunities for trades, and we'll continue to look at every avenue. Obviously, the draft is one of them as well.
Yeah, but they have to. They have to. I know Schottenheimer mentioned Demo and Shamar, right? But, yep. Are you really going to feel comfortable going in the season with those guys and relying on them? And especially with Overshown. My goodness.
Well, and again, from a health, if Overshown can stay healthy, and that's the asterisk next to his name right now. Clearly, it's a need. They took a run at guys. It hasn't worked out yet. I'm still thinking a trade before the draft is what they need to do. And Schottenheimer said, look, at 12-20, you've got a plan on how you're going to utilize those picks.
Excited, again, the unpredictability of it, Nick, you don't know how it's going to go. You really have no idea. There's always a surprise or two. And as these last couple pro days happened and the last couple top 30 visits happened, we really kind of clean up our board. And kind of the way we do it, we bring guys in and we put guys either above the line or below the line. And so, for sure, if Clarence was coming in, he'd be below the line. If Tommy was coming in, he'd be above the line. And so below the line doesn't mean we're not going to take him. It just means that before we would take him, it's something we'd have to discuss at length.
And you mentioned the possibility of trading back. You also mentioned the possibility of trading up. Do you feel like you have the ammunition to be able to do so if the right guy is starting to slip a little bit?
Absolutely. Jerry's never afraid of making deals.
That's true. I can see that happening. And I think that's an interesting soundbite there. I read that soundbite earlier on Twitter, but hearing it there, it even convinces me more that I think that is a big possibility. I think there's a guy that they want, one of those Ohio State guys, perhaps linebacker-wise. Maybe it's Styles, who knows? But I think they'll give that a shot, and they'll at least kick the tires on maybe making or trying to make a deal to move up big time in the draft.
Well, and again, I could certainly see that. The one thing that does concern me with that is how far up are you able to go for a Sonny Styles, right? And, and that's the one name that gets linked to the Cowboys so much, but most people think he'll be gone. Well, there's an ESPN mock draft today that has Styles slipping all the way to Cincinnati at 10.
No way.
Yeah, it's on ESPN.com right now.
No, I'm not calling you a liar or that. I'm just saying that's not going to happen.
Well, and they got Ruben Bain going at 9 to Kansas City, and David Bailey from Tech going 8 to New Orleans. And the Delane corner at 7 going to Washington. So, I mean, at what point can the Cowboys move up? If Sonny Styles is slipping like that, well, Cincinnati lost Trey Hendrickson. They're not going to make a trade with you if they can get Sonny Styles, right? Because they also need a Sonny Styles. Where are you going to be able to move up to get that guy? Are you going to make a trade with Kansas City or New Orleans? I would think it, because Cincinnati also needs the same kind of defensive guy. So it's like you can move up. But then, Brian Schottenheimer also said today, is I'm reading a quote from John Machota, if the best player, quote, on the board is clearly an offensive player, then we'll certainly discuss that. And more than likely, knowing Jerry Jones, pull the trigger because it's Jerry Jones. And if they are BPA and they're not stretching, then if it's an offensive player that has a much higher grade, Brian Schottenheimer's living in the real world. Yeah, we need defensive help, but if the best player happens to be there because all the good defensive players are gone, according to our grading system, then knowing Jerry Jones, pull the trigger. Those are the words from the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys.
Well, and he knows Jerry well, obviously. And Jerry likes those shiny objects. Again, the draft always is, and Shotty's right about that. I mean, there's always going to be a surprise or two. I think back to the Texans just a couple of years ago, making that trade, bam, bam, to get Will Anderson Jr. And so there's always going to be a surprise or two. But you mentioned a team like Cincinnati, Jason, and I think they got to be looking to move up in the draft, I would think, if they've got the ability to do so. I mean, they're in just as bad a shape as the Cowboys when it comes to their defense, and just as many holes to fill as the Cowboys do. And so I think that's another team you got to look at that could be your competition for a Sonny Styles, and possibly moving up in the draft.
Well, that's why I just don't know that Sonny Styles is a realistic option or opportunity there, which make a trade to solidify your linebacker room before the draft. Because as Stephen Jones said today, look, they made some free agent tries, but you look at the state of that linebacker room, they know they need some help there.
A lot of boxes. I think we really improved our football team. Feel really good, about what we accomplished. And I think we were, between trades, between negotiations, between signing our own guys, doing things, that we felt were needed. I think we got a lot done, as it pertains to the linebacker. I think it was well written that we, made some runs. We didn't get it done, but obviously that's something that's still, we haven't checked that box yet, and but we still got a big draft ahead of us, and we'll continue to look at other opportunities that might present themselves.
Was it disappointing to not close the deal on one of those linebackers?
I wouldn't say disappointing. Anytime you're in the hunt for something, you'd like to think things could work out, but we also, have, we look at every situation differently, and obviously, in those particular cases, it just didn't work out.
Just didn't work out. Well, you got to make them work out, Steven, I guess. I mean, you don't want to, overpay for something like that, but I don't know. If you want somebody, you go get them. So, I mean, to an extent, right?
Well, I mean, but that's it, to an extent. And, they didn't put all their eggs in one basket. They weren't going to overpay. We know they're not going to overpay. And at some point, though, they still have to do something, which is why, like just hearing all of them talking today, to me, you make that trade before the draft so that you can go into the draft and not reach. And we've heard that line from Brian Schottenheimer a couple of times. So the only way not to reach in the draft is to steal the word from Stephen Jones, check that box before you get into the draft. They need to check a linebacker box. And if now their options are to go make a trade, so they got to go make that happen.
Well, I would think that they're looking at that, right? I mean, I would think so. That nothing with Miami that has come to fruition yet, which
they're all together right now in Arizona.
Well, that is true, and some deals could get done. You're exactly right. That is a possibility. There's a possibility you're going to have a good time. In fact, a very good possibility.
High
if you come
probability,
out to the Hangar Bar on Potranco Road, it is our golf tournament after party. That's what we're doing out here. We're having a good time. You can come join us, even if you didn't play in the golf tournament. Doesn't matter. Come on out to the Hangar Bar. We got stuff we're going to be giving away here today, including a Flight by Yingling golf bag. That is the grand prize of the afternoon.
Yeah,
we're going to be doing that, and we got a lot left to do in this show, too. Here at the Hangar Bar on Potranco Road, this is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Injuries do happen, and when they do, you can skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, strains, conveniently located in the Corey area with extended hours Monday through Saturday. They have on-site x-ray casting and bracing. In fact, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, but best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. So if you're injured, get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic. Learn more online at tsaog.com. That's tsaog.com.
You're locked on the Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons 2 to 6. KTFM Floresville. And everywhere at sasportstar.com.
Progressive knows life takes you in many directions.
Bear right at exit 32, then begin to wonder why you never bought a fish tank. In 1.3 miles, you'll realize you've been mispronouncing epitome your whole life. At the roundabout, you will remember you said something at dinner you wish you hadn't, and will think about it for decades. You have arrived at your destination, but it turns out there really is no destination, and life just keeps going.
Wherever life takes you, protect your home and auto with a bundle from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Why are there cages all over my office?
Joel, allow me to introduce you to all my new friends, the Easter Bunnies. This is just what we need around here to get us into the Easter spirit.
Nigel, these guys are cute, but here at Quarter Moon, we focus 100% on fixing plumbing and AC issues. And folks, I agree, there's nothing cute about that.
Oh, these rabbits came with Easter candy. See all those tiny chocolate goodies? I'm going to try some.
Nigel, that's not...
Joel?
Yeah, Nigel.
I don't think that's candy.
License number N16004, DACLA 000743458.
The Valero Texas Open is a can't-miss event. Here's your chance to enjoy food, drinks, and the world's best PGA Tour pros as they tee it up at TPC San Antonio. You won't want to miss the unforgettable, unexpected, and winning moments at the Valero Texas Open. Proceeds help us continue a long-standing tradition of giving back to our community. Buy tickets on ValeroTexasOpen.com and join us April 2nd through the 5th.
What is it, boy? Someone need help? Someone in trouble? Oh, okay. So you just want me to get Progressive Auto Insurance because their collision coverage covers up to $1,000 in vet bills if you're injured in an accident? That's it? Okay, calm down. Let's not resort to name calling.
Progressive's collision coverage helps pay for care for your pet when they're in the car during an accident.
No, you're right. Sorry, I shouldn't have said calm down.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Coverage included with purchase of collision coverage and subject to policy terms.
From the producers of The Crown.
You are invited to attend an interview, the position of assistant dresser. For Her Royal Highness the Duchess of York.
Comes a new BritBox original drama inspired by a true story.
As time passes, speculation is growing. Could Jane Andrews have killed the man she loved?
Starring Natalie Dormer and Mia McKenna-Bruce.
I don't want an ordinary life! However did it come to this?
The Lady. Streaming March 18th, only on BritBox. Watch with a free trial at BritBox.com.
Ready to celebrate? Hop into Easter festivities with everything you need at Target. First, get ready for your special occasion with 25% off stylish looks. With spring vibes, vibrant colors, and fresh florals, you'll find outfits that match everyone's style. Then, fill up their baskets with endless joy. From select Easter plushies to fun toys they'll love at 20% off. Don't miss out. Make this Easter unforgettable at Target.
Almost 90 years ago, Academy Sports and Outdoors was born right here in Texas. So we know a thing or two about a thing or two. Like beans don't belong in Chile. It's called a feeder road. And how far really means how long. We've been your neighbor for generations. That's why we're adding Texas-sized deals across the store, only in Texas. If you happen to find a better price at a competitor, we'll beat it by 5%. Academy. Fun can't lose.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
San Antonio Spurs won their 8th straight over the weekend. They beat the Bucks 127-95, and in doing so, they clinched a top 2 seed in the West. San Antonio returns home tonight to welcome the Bulls inside the Frost Bank Center, 7 o'clock tip-off. Houston Astros welcome in the Boston Red Sox. First pitch there, set for 7:10 tonight. Texas out on the road. They head to Baltimore to start a series with the Orioles. You can catch that game on ESPN, AM 1250.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
We're partying on a Monday afternoon at the Hangar Bar off Potranco Road. It is our after party for our San Antonio Sports Star Golf Classic. A great day to play golf today. A lot of people had a good time. Now they're swinging in here. Want to have some more fun on a Monday afternoon. I'm Joe Reinagel. He's Jason Minix.
And the good news is, if you didn't play in our golf tournament, you are still invited to come hang out with us for the golf tournament after party. So come on down here, whether you played in the golf tournament or not. If you played, it looks like people have had their lunch over there at the Golf Club of Texas, which is in great shape, by the way. Spectacular golf course. And come on out over here and enjoy all the festivities and some of the prizes we have to give away from Flight by Yingling. You register to win all kinds of prizes, including a golf bag.
Absolutely. It's a beautiful golf bag, too. It really is. I've been trying to talk Peter Santa into one of those for a long time, and
it's
so
not
far
going in your car.
It's not going. Well,
it's not going.
I read. Can I win?
You cannot. You
Well, that
cannot.
sucks.
You cannot. And I'll tell you what. The best hole today, again, Rupa. And it appears that some of the ladies from the Rupa have made their way into the Hangar Bar. More reasons for you to get over here.
That is a positive.
Yes,
for sure.
I see a comment on our YouTube page. You can go there too, San Antonio Sports YouTube channel. Is there beer? Yes, there is plenty of beer.
Yes.
And plenty of samples of Flight by Yingling.
Yes, there is.
Yes.
So yeah, you want 30 over here and hang out with us. Right here, the Hangar Bar. It's a cool place. I like it. I think we've been here a couple of times now, and it's right up Potranco. It's easy to get to. So come on in here, and especially if you get off about that, you don't know the traffic in here and hang out with us.
Traffic. I mean, Lou, who has all 4 teams in the Final Four, and he drove all the way from Stone Oak over here to prove it to us. Now, he said you could just, screenshot it and tweet us at Joe Reinagel or at Jason Minix. But he drove all the way over here, so we hooked up with the $50 gift card to Mellow Mushroom as a part of our Mellow Monday.
How about that? I mean, we're just, that's the kind of guys we are.
Yeah.
Well, you with a $50 gift card to Mellow Mushroom, and we thank them for that.
Sometimes we do it as call or whatever, and this time, we just randomly said, you know what, Lou, you win.
Well, and we figured we needed to buy Lou's dinner after driving over. He said he drove from Stone Oak.
From Stone Oak.
So, look, if Cousin Lou can drive from Stone Oak over here, you can drive from wherever you're at to get over here.
If Cousin Lou can, so can you.
Absolutely. Cousin Lou can be motivation. You just liked him. The dude had a Texas shirt on.
He did. Just wearing an Army, go Navy. But, I mean, you're going to get rooted. You walk in here, I'm kidding, you'll win something. You'll get a beverage or two. We've got some other stuff that we can just randomly give away. And then, of course, register to win some great prizes, because that is what we do.
And again, we're staring at, staring at a bunch of those prizes right now.
I'm glad you surprised us.
Our friend from Flight by Yingling. So they brought them in here. We're going to give them away because that's what we're good at. And we'll give it. You got to come in here and register, though. You shot that golf bag, you got to come register. One of those Hangar coolers, you got to come in here and register. So that's all there is to it. And you know what? We've had like the first to drive farthest. Not the England golf.
Oh, I'm with you. Yeah. So kind of like the honor system.
The honor system.
Exactly.
Sure.
So come here.
Absolutely.
Hangar on Potranco.
Yes.
It's a great time. NCAA tournament, the Final Four is set. One game yesterday, one of the crazier finishes. We'll talk about it coming up.
Yes, we will do for sure. Crazy. That man, he's getting me jumping off my couch. That's when I'm watching the game. That one did. It was a lot of fun. So we're apparently we got some technical.
Yeah,
we'll try to get fixed during the break. Yeah, we're gonna is that what you're trying to? Yes. Okay, we're gonna say it. Potranco, the Hangar Bar. Come see us. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Star.
Smalls here. What if you could enjoy the flavor of a cocktail without the alcohol? Meet RK Zero Proof, a pioneer in the alcohol-free spirits category that delivers bold taste and a warming sensation, but with zero alcohol, zero sugar, zero carbs, and zero calories. So you can celebrate with friends, unwind after a long day, and wake up tomorrow feeling great. It's all the ritual of a drink without the regret. Discover RK at rkbeverages.com. That's ARKAY beverages.com. RK, the spirit without the alcohol.
We have meaningful basketball being played in San Antonio for the first time in years, and you know the Roo Pub has proven to be the best place to go watch the games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch the game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
Dave Ramsey here. The only water softener I recommend is a quality water softener from Connecticut. It really is the last water softener you'll ever own.
ConnecticutSA.com.
And tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Ownwell. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at ownwell.com/terms. Estimate based on your neighborhood average and individual results may vary.
When I saw how high my property tax bill was, I was shocked. We couldn't afford this, but I discovered Ownwell. Ownwell reduced my property taxes and saved me over $1,000 in just 3 minutes.
Your property taxes aren't set in stone. They can be challenged and they can be reduced. But instead of filing a tax grievance yourself, Ownwell does it all for you with a combination of local experts and cutting-edge technology. Ownwell has reduced property taxes for hundreds of thousands of homeowners and put money back in their pocket. And unlike other companies that take half of whatever you save, Ownwell charges just 35%. And that's only if you save.
Now I never stress about my property taxes. Ownwell reduces it every year.
Sign up now for free. Don't pay unless you save. Text tax to 64,000. Text tax to 64,000. Text tax to 64,000.
It's about time delivery worked on your schedule. Same day, next day, or scheduled in advance. However you plan it, the Home Depot delivers the whole job. From drywall to doors, plumbing to paint, we'll get it there when you need it. Because on the job site, timing is everything. You order, we deliver. It's that easy. The Home Depot Pro. It's about time.
Healthy vision is about more than seeing clearly. It's about going beyond. From comprehensive eye care with the latest technology to advanced vision solutions that provide deep insights into your overall health. And with doctors who build lasting relationships founded on trust, ensuring that every detail is taken care of. I choose Vision Source to never miss out on life's precious moments. Vision Source, beyond your eyes.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
Get ready for the workday.
Let's be honest. Watching the Rangers is better when you got something on the line. On Rangers game days, call your shot with the morning huddles. Rangers double dinger payday. Pick the Ranger you think will send one into the seats. He hits one, you're going to a Rangers game. He hits two. Now you've just been upgraded. Tickets and a hotel stay. That's what we call getting paid. Wake up with the morning huddle. Make your pick and win with the morning huddle's Rangers double dinger payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers. It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Tuesday on the Morning Huddle, day after the golf tournament, we're back in the saddle. Spurs knocked one out again last night.
Spurs take care of business. Are they chasing their tail? We'll talk about what they did, what they got to do to hold on steady to second place. And oh, by the way, Cowboys picked up a defensive lineman. We'll talk about that and the tournament. Get here early. Party starts at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Monday just got better. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star is hosting the Spring Golf Classic After Party at the Hangar Bar and Grill on Potranco. Party kicks off at 2 p.m. with the Blitz live on site. Big love to our tournament sponsor, Flight by Yingling, and props to our co-sponsors, Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chunkla, Jim B, and Sarah Auto Group on the Rocks Premium Cocktails, PPL Motorhomes, and Hornitos for making it happen. The Sports Star Golf Classic After Party, Monday at 2, Hangar Bar on Potranco.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. Progressive's accident response can detect and send help when you need it most after a major car accident. But other accidents, you're on your own. Like when you accidentally call your wife, Mom. When you accidentally say Happy Holidays on someone's birthday. When you accidentally wave at someone you thought was waving at you. We can't help with those accidents, but Progressive's accident response provides peace of mind after major car accidents. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Limited availability in California. Driver is responsible for emergency and towing charges not covered by the policy.
It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
All right, we're back. Like the gremlins are gone.
Let's hope.
Let's hope so. We're at the Hangar Bar still, though. It's kind of cool being here, looking around and seeing some shiny objects. Walking in, it's kind of nice. And the beer's cold. The Flight by Yingling girl is here, passing
samples,
making sure that you're not thirsty.
Yeah, well, you don't want to be thirsty.
No, of course not. On a hot Monday afternoon.
although perfect weather, a little windy.
It was a little chilly this morning, wasn't it?
It was a little chilly this morning, but that's fine. I don't know what it's normally like at that hour outdoors, but it was a little chilly. But once the sun came out, it was good. And, I mean, if you see some of the photos and or videos from our golf tournament today, you'll understand. I mean, it was nice. And again, from all the various hole sponsors, Brew Pub, Thirsty Horse, Tally's Bar, Hangar. There was the weather was perfect for what they were wearing.
It was. I'm glad that these tournaments are not cold weather tournaments.
And why is that, Joe?
Well, because everybody can be free.
I like it, naked.
Just kind of
free.
Yeah, just free and
spicy and naked, huh?
Yes, that too. But I mean, you don't want to be constricted and have to cover.
You don't want a lot
up.
of layers.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's all I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you need to check out our social media stuff. San Antonio Sports Star, at Jason Minix, at Joe Reinigle 210. You'll see exactly what we're talking about. So I'm glad we're back. Everybody on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page giving us a thumbs up there, saying that we're taking care of it. Sounds better.
Well, and then that's sometimes technology is great until it doesn't work the way you want it to work, and that's goes with the territory. It's kind of like having a big lead and watching said big lead go away. You look at what happened with Duke yesterday. Is it a choke job by Duke, or do you call that a great comeback by UConn? A combination of both. But it is a bit of a trend with Duke, right?
Yes.
And you think about Duke and all the players that they get time in and time out every year, whether it's recruiting, whether it's what they're paying guys, or whatever what is it that with Duke they can recruit the best of the best by the best of the best? But when was the last time Duke won the whole thing with some of the players that they have had? It is kind of, I don't know if that's an indictment on the coaching staff, an indictment on it's just odd that Duke can't close the deal.
Their coach is he's getting a lot of that today.
Well, sure.
And especially, you look at last year. Yeah, Cooper Flagg. You got this Con Kneipel guy who's just setting the world on fire. ESPN just had a little feature on him. And the guy, is just an incredible shooter. And that's one reason why Charlotte is in the mix the way that they are. But he's just an incredible shooter. So my point is, you had all of that last year, and you still couldn't get it done. And so it's I don't know. You start to look at I don't know where else you take that, right? And to the Duke coach's defense a little bit, it's hard to step in with the reputation that the Dukies have and the success that they've had. And when you falter like this, you're going to catch hell for it.
And again, I think a lot of teams, a lot of programs would love to have consistent runs to the Elite Eight or Final Four. But if you're Duke, you expect to cut down nets.
Absolutely.
And they were in the Final Four last year with Cooper Flagg, and they couldn't get it done. This year, with the Boozers, and they couldn't get it done. And again, to have the lead that they had, only to watch it go away, is surprising. And of course, just the way they lost the game yesterday, it was a turnover and then a half-court heave. Are you kidding me? Now, again, you look at it or listen to it because it sounded great. Sounded great on television. This was Ian Eagle's call on CBS.
Seconds to go. Let it cut and run through the ball. They'll do better than this guy. Get it into Boozer. Back for Sarr. Ahead. Boozer. That ball deflected and stolen by Mullins. Caravan, 2 seconds. Mullins tosses it up. It's good. We're point 3. UConn goes in front.
Wow. That was a great call, and that's the one I heard yesterday.
Yeah, because that was the one on CBS.
Yeah.
The ones that you probably didn't hear is what it sounded like on UConn's radio network.
Boozer, they double him. Back to Sarr. Now ahead to Caden Boozer. And a steal. Mullins gets it. It's Caravan to Mullins. Long range 3. Oh! It went in! Mullins delivers! Bedlam here! They're going to go to the monitor to review it. Absolute bedlam as Mullins threw a 45-footer in.
I don't know what that guy was talking about. Every time I hear that soundbite, I'm like, oh, they go to the booth to review what? There was nothing to review.
A bad edit. Well, I don't know, because the dude did run onto the court, and should that have been a tee? That was the one thing that the guy from Duke's radio network pointed out.
Get it in. They do for Boozer. Bobbled it back for Sarr. Needs to get rid of it. Does for Caden. 7 seconds. Try to throw it ahead. Deflected. Stolen by Connecticut. 2 seconds. It's Mullins up top for the win. Oh, he hit it. With 3/10 of a second to go. Malachi Smith ran off the bench. That should be a technical. But with 3/10 of a second to go, Connecticut has the lead, 73-72. As Connecticut got the three from Mullins after the turnover from Caden Boozer.
Wow. And by the rules, yes. It should have been a technical foul. However, can you imagine the officials doing that? And just, I just can't imagine. I'm glad they swallowed their whistle in that regard.
Well, and again, that's, a combination of swallowing the whistle or, guy came out onto the court. What are you going to do? But even Hurley, the way he was reacting, headbutting the official. There was just so much going on that, but what a finish. An incredible finish for UConn. Third trip to the Final Four in the last 4 years. And Dan Hurley doesn't lose after the Sweet 16. I just look at the matchups this weekend because of all the Elite 8 games. That was the only really good one. Tennessee got boat raced by Michigan. The Arizona game was, good for a while. It's kind of weird that you had that quality of basketball that went into the tournament.
Well, what I liked about the Arizona game was, look, Purdue was having their way with them in the first half.
Yeah,
they really were. And that guard, I can't recall his name, was having a hell of a day. And then then Arizona, I don't know what they talked about in the halftime locker room, but they came out a different team in that second half and just put on a clinic. It was incredible, the change in that team. And it's almost like, we were just messing with you guys in the first half. Now we're gonna kick your ass.
It did kind of feel that way.
Yeah.
Like you want to know what they talked about? You know who we are. We got to go play like who we. And they came out. They played completely different, which they needed to in that regard.
Yes.
But now you look at the Final Four that is set. You got Michigan and Arizona in the late game on Saturday. Games that you can listen to here on 94.1. But my goodness, that should be for the national championship. That I know they don't reseed. I know or reshuffle the bracket when it gets to the Final Four. And I know when you get matchups like that in the semifinals, this discussion has happened many, many times before. But it does feel like a little bit that we could be getting robbed of not having the two best teams playing in the national championship game just because that's the way the bracket fell.
Well, Duke and Illinois are on line one for you, Minix. Stop disrespecting those guys. Did I say Duke?
You did.
UConn, Illinois is on line one.
Yeah, they're on a different crisis hotline.
Yeah. Yes, they are. You're exactly right. I don't know. I think, man, it's I'm looking forward to that game. Yes, I wish it was for the national championship, yes, but it's still going to be a great game. And then whoever wins that other game between Illinois and UConn, who knows? That's why they play them. Who would have thought UConn beats Duke yesterday, especially in the fashion they did?
Now, on ESPN.com, as it sits today, and it could certainly change by the time Saturday rolls around, Michigan is a 1.5-point favorite over Arizona. Illinois is a 2.5-point favorite over UConn. And I do think UConn enjoys the underdog role.
Yeah, I think so.
And I know you've been on Michigan all tournament. That was as bad as your bracket has been. You did have Michigan winning the whole thing.
My champion is still alive.
Your champion is still alive.
Yes.
I know you haven't checked your bracket, but I think you only have one team in your Final Four still alive.
It could very well be. I'm going to check.
Hell, I only have two.
You have two?
Yeah, I got Michigan and Arizona. And Arizona winning. And then I had, in my original bracket, and you know this, I had Arizona, but I'm an Arizona State dad, so
couldn't do it.
I couldn't do it, so I flipped it and had Houston winning the whole thing. I regret that. But I don't know that it would have mattered much, because the other side of my bracket is looks like my math homework from the 10th grade.
There's a lot of red.
Oh my
Look
God.
at all that red on there.
A
Let's
lot
see
of
here.
red.
My Final Four. Yeah, I've just got one left. I had Purdue beating Arizona, which almost came true.
Almost.
Then I had Florida in there, and I had Michigan State. So, and boy, Michigan State. And I get suckered into that every time by myself.
Yeah.
I get suckered into Michigan State every single year, and they screw me every single year.
Yeah, Izzo won a title in what, 2000?
Something like that.
I mean, but he's always a good tournament coach. Always gets to the second weekend. There's so much. I know you were really high on St. John's as well.
Yep.
And man,
they covered the spread though.
Dude,
they did do that.
That's all that matters. But I mean, and you wonder, if the brackets would have been a little bit different, because St. John's did beat UConn earlier this year. I think St. John's matches up better with UConn. If St. John's would have beaten Duke, would St. John's be going to the Final Four and not UConn? That's the craziness, the madness, if you will, of the tournament.
You're exactly right. And you got to, you wonder about the draw and the way that the bracket starts out. You're exactly right. And that East region is brutal.
Well, and I can tell you, because my neighbor Hal is a UConn type.
Yeah.
He was mad as hell that St. John's and UConn were in the same, like, we shouldn't have to play each other in the, and a little whiny, but at the same point, he makes a good point.
He was scared.
But, he's happy as hell now, though. He's happy as hell now because UConn's going back to the Final Four.
They are going back to the Final Four. It's going to be a fun Final Four. Saturday night, though, no disrespect to Illinois and UConn. I cannot wait to see that Michigan-Arizona matchup.
Well, you think about your Saturday. Now, I don't know what you got planned for Saturday, but
nothing at the moment that I'm aware of anyway.
I mean, Spurs play at 2:00 against Denver.
Sure.
Their only really tough game left on the regular season schedule, right?
Yeah.
And then at 5:00 you get Illinois and UConn, and then at 8:00, basically 7:49, although that won't be on time, you get Michigan and Arizona. I mean, you talk about a day of just being on the couch watching TV.
It'll be nice, won't it?
Yep.
Yeah, that will be nice. I don't know what I've got going on, but I'm excited about that Spurs-Denver game. I want to see that because that will be a test for them. And certainly a team they could face in the playoffs. So that's going to be a lot of fun, no doubt about it. Let's talk a little Spurs basketball, Jason.
Yep.
They play tonight against another tank. It really pisses me off. You know that? These damn teams that tank.
You pissed off.
Pissed off. I'm telling you. And it's hard to do today because it's such a great Monday. I'll try to get over it by the time we come back. This is the Blitz live at the Hangar Bar on Potranco Road. Come out and see us. You can come out here. You didn't have to play in the golf tournament. Come on out here and see us. We'd love to see you and maybe introduce you to the flight girl. Maybe she might have a present for you. I don't know.
Maybe.
I'm just saying.
Maybe.
Just saying.
Maybe.
This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Nobody ever plans on getting arrested, but it does happen to a lot of people every day for all kinds of reasons. If you get arrested, a friend of yours gets arrested, family member, you get a call, you need to get somebody out of jail, you're trying to get yourself out of jail, the best thing to do is to call my good friend Albert and his great staff over at AA Best Bail Bonds. The phone number is 210-225-2121. You can also text the word bail to 474747. or even start the bonding process online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else to get out of jail, and you don't want to be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you a PR bond, make sure you truly understand what all those conditions are before accepting it. Man, those conditions, just know that. Your best option for stress-free bail bonds is AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They offer payment plans, a free shuttle service. Of course, they are discreet and confidential and open 24/7. Offices all over San Antonio and Texas, services nationwide. So if you're down in Corpus, up in Dallas, anywhere in between, license number 149, call AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121, or go online, mybestbailbonds.com.
If you've been thinking about buying a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, think Ancira.com. Browse through thousands of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, SUVs, and RVs. Shop for your next new Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Ford, Buick, or GMC. Looking for an import? We have a huge selection of Kias, VWs, and Nissans. For your home away from home, a full line of RVs and campers. And you'll always get the lowest Ancira price, in-store or online at Ancira.com.
You know, I want to introduce you to Window Nation. That's right, Window Nation. And now that spring has arrived, it's a great time to open up your windows. Sometimes, though, that's harder to do than others, especially if you're in an older home and you've had these windows for a long time. Look, now is the perfect time to think about replacing those windows, because at Window Nation, you're going to get top quality custom fit windows. That's right. They're easy, they're affordable, and right now they have a sale going on. It's called The More You Buy, The More You Save. You can save up to 50%, in fact, on all your windows. Plus, you could get them with 0% interest for 5 years. That is incredible. During uncertain times, which certainly we're going through right now, there is no better investment than in your home. And with Window Nation, you can make that investment. Not only make that investment for better windows, better air conditioning, it'll keep that in there, but your house is going to look beautiful as well. Window Nation stands behind the work they do with a lifetime warranty. They're rated A+ by the Better Business Bureau, and you don't want to wait. And you want to put an end to those window problems. Get it taken care of, and get it taken care of now, because you can save big with Window Nation's The More You Buy, The More You Save sale is going on right now. Now, that sale is going to end soon, so you don't want to wait. Go to windownation.com. Again, that's windownation.com and schedule your consultation.
Join us for San Antonio's most elevated fiesta event, Taste of the Northside, presented by H-E-B, on Thursday, April 23rd at 6 p.m. at the Rocket La Cantera. Enjoy tastings from over 50 local restaurants, plus premier wine, cocktails, cold beers, and live entertainment for one all-inclusive price. All proceeds benefit Brighton Center, serving children with disabilities and developmental delays in San Antonio. Tickets can be purchased at tasteofthenorthside.org. Viva Fiesta!
Hey golfers, you could win a set of custom golf clubs from Flight by Yingling. Imagine hitting the course with a set of custom clubs valued at $2,800 with a cold flight, 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. Enter now at yingling.com/golf. No purchase necessary. Must be 21 or older. Flight by Yingling, presenting sponsor of the 94-1 San Antonio Sports Star Spring Golf Tournament on Monday, March 30th. Flight by Yingling. Enjoy responsibly. DG Yingling & Sons, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
Hi, I am Officer Sarai Walton with the San Antonio Police Department. SAPD is always hiring, and you can apply online if you think you have what it takes to become part of the SAPD family. Submit your application at sapdcareers.com. Once you submit your application, you will be contacted to begin the process. The San Antonio Police Department is always hiring. Start your journey to a rewarding career by applying online at sapdcareers.com. That is sapdcareers.com.
Got a buddy who thinks he knows baseball? Perfect. On Rangers game days, prove it with the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. Pick the Ranger you think will launch it out of here. He hits one, you and a friend are headed to a Rangers game. He hits two. Now you've got tickets and hotel. Yeah, you're making a night of it, and your buddy's buying the first round. Wake up with the Morning Huddle. Call your shot and win the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
Back here live at the Hangar Bar on Potranco Road. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, our golf classic after party. And some folks are, they're making their way in here, Jason. I don't know who won. We don't have an update on the winner and all of that stuff. I'm sure we'll get it, though.
I am guessing that the people that are here aren't the winners because nobody's bragging yet, right? We haven't heard that. But I was just talking to one of the guys that played in the golf tournament. His daughter is the one that called in with the video of the payaso from when we were in Las Vegas for the Barrios fight.
That's right.
And Mario called him a clown in Spanish, and we were trying to figure out what the hell that meant. And his daughter is the one that sent us the video of that.
I talked to him this morning, and he was telling me that, and he said that she was just laughing out loud hard. And when we were talking about that, we didn't know what the heck a payaso was.
I had no idea.
But now we do.
But see, and that's the beauty of this show. You can learn all kinds of stuff you didn't know you needed to know.
Exactly right. I mean, you may want to call somebody, and they wouldn't even know what you're saying to them, maybe. Say, hey, payaso.
You got to be careful.
I know it.
You got to be careful. Spurs and Chicago Bulls tonight. And we'll talk a lot about it as well coming up on Game Night San Antonio, brought to you by Vision Source on Peacock. But another game that should be a 25-point win.
Well, absolutely. Spurs are an 18.5-point favorite.
Is that all?
Is that all? That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous for a number of reasons. Number one, I mean, an NBA club should not be an 18.5-point favorite over anybody.
True.
And it just shows you how horribly and just right in your face these teams are tanking. It's ridiculous on so many surfaces. And like the Spurs they've had two of those in a row, and they've kicked both of their butts, and they'll most likely going to do the same thing tonight with the Chicago Bulls. And then things get a little bit more difficult for the Spurs. Back out on the road, Golden State next. Then you got number 2 and the Clips. And then the big one you mentioned earlier, the Saturday afternoon against the Denver Nuggets.
Well, and you look at, I mean, it's kind of a weird, 3 road games, and then you're home for 1, and then you're on the road for 3, and then home for 4 to close out the season. So after tonight, they go back out on the road, and that's their last road trip of the regular season. But while I hate games like this, in this stretch of games, the Spurs have won, 8 in a row now?
Yeah.
And they could end the season, on a 16-game winning streak.
Well, they could.
Because in reality, Denver is the one true test against somebody that is literally playing for something, and maybe the Clippers. And because it's a Wednesday, Thursday back-to-back, we'll see how Mitch plays it. But as much as I hate this, because I want to see good on good going into the playoffs, and the Spurs don't get a lot of good on good matchups down the stretch for playoff readiness. But unlike earlier in the season when they were playing to their level of competition, whether it was up or down, here lately they've been playing at their level and kicking the ass of the bad teams. And tonight, hopefully, will be one of those types of games.
Well, and it will be. I just don't see how it's not. My question is, and you bring up something that's interesting, a back-to-back game. Will Wemby play against Denver?
Well, he has yet to play against Denver.
I know.
And although that game is Saturday, so if there was going to be a day where he's going to have, lower back tightness. It's probably Thursday against LA or maybe Wednesday against Golden State. But the fact that he hasn't played against Denver, and I'm just curious that, one, don't give Denver any tape, right? At this point, you're likely to play Denver in the playoffs. Why give them firsthand knowledge of what it's like to go against Wemby? And this level of Wemby seems different than what they've seen in previous years. And it almost feels by design that he randomly hasn't played against Denver all year. The last time they played Denver and he sat out on March 12th, it was like, what? No. And then you go, dude hasn't played against them. Is this a strategic sore right ankle situation? And at this point, I'm good with him not playing Saturday against Denver, because why give that? They can study tape all you want, but until you see that dude in real life and go against him, it's a different thing.
Sure. That would be horrible in my mind. Yeah.
A little chicken bleep?
Yes.
Yeah, that I agree with.
That would be awful. I just, look, he's got to play against Denver. I mean, come on. Because, I mean, honestly, whether it's true or not, and it's not, I wouldn't be scared of anybody. But it gives me the feeling that, what are they afraid of? Going up against the Joker.
I mean,
seriously, what? And again, I don't feel that way personally. I don't think Wemby's afraid of anybody. But if you're not playing against this one guy, is that a coincidence or is there something else? And if it's strategic, I don't like the strategy of it at all. He's got to play against them. If he needs a rest and you don't want him to play back-to-back, fine. Rest him against the Clippers. Rest him against Golden State. Because I think he's got 3 games, doesn't he?
He's got
still
3
in the tank that he can miss and still be okay. So he's got to play against Denver.
No,
he's absolutely got to.
I will say this. While it does feel like it's more than a coincidence that he has not played against Denver this year, because when you look at it, especially like on March 12th, it's the only game that he missed. Soreness.
Yeah.
And it's not like that was the second night of a back-to-back or anything like that. It just kind of felt like, really, Denver again.
Denver again.
Right? But I think if Wemby truly wants an MVP kind of showcase moment late, it's got to come Saturday against the Denver Nuggets.
True.
I don't think playing all these bad teams are hurting him because he's having great games, but go do it in a game on Saturday, Prime Video, so national TV or national exposure, and you go and have a dominant game like that right before the voting ends, that could carry a lot of weight in my mind, because he does, while he's had a lot of incredible games, especially as of late, it's been against crappy opponents.
Well, exactly.
So if he can do something like that against Denver, in my mind, that helps his MVP chances. I think it also hurts his MVP chances if he were to miss that game, because everybody is going to go, man, dude has missed every game against Denver. What is he afraid of?
Exactly.
To your point. And I think that would hurt his MVP chances.
I totally agree with that. And on the other hand, if you go into Denver and Wemby has a monster game and the Spurs win that, I think you're right. It could sway some people right there. I just think that he's got to play on Saturday. Unless there's a legit reason why he's not playing, he's got to. He's got to. So, that would be really disappointing in my mind if for whatever reason Wemby is out that game and not playing. It'd be extremely disappointing.
Now, for tonight's game against the lowly Chicago Bulls, a team that is trying to lose, what's the disappointment factor if they don't cover the 18.5 or if they win by 30? And that's the part that I've been talking about for a couple of weeks now, is this stretch, does it truly help you get ready for the playoffs? I mean, you beat Milwaukee 127-95. You beat Memphis 123-98. You beat Miami 136-111. You got all these blowout wins, and I want to see the good on good. And I think that's what really helps you get ready for the postseason.
Yeah, I mean, all of those teams that you mentioned too, their stud was out, and again, they're tanking, and it's really irritating to see what's happening right in front of our face. And I know, and I applaud the NBA for trying for coming up with some ideas and to try and fix this. And there's nothing they can do about it this year. It is what it is. So I have to deal with it. But I don't think it does the Spurs a lot of good. Quite frankly, I don't. I think these two games coming up, the Clippers, I don't know, can they move up or down anywhere? I'm not sure exactly. They're in the play-in portion of the tournament, and they're going to stay there. It's just a matter of where they're seated. But again, they've played the Spurs tough this year. We'll see if that happens again, and I don't know, will number 2 play? You never know about him, what ailment he might be, dealing with at the moment or in his mind. But that Denver game, I'm looking forward to it. Look, the Denver game at the end, it's not going to mean a damn thing for the Spurs.
No.
Now, Denver, it might.
It might. And again, we'll see how that plays out. But it's a kind of strange NBA finish to the regular season, because other than a couple of teams jockeying for seeding, everything's decided. Nobody is playing for their playoff lives. You know who the playoff teams are. You know who the lottery teams are, which is why you have a Monday like tonight where you've got a lot of games that have double-digit spreads. The one that surprises me is Oklahoma City in the game on Peacock after the Spurs-Bulls game. Oklahoma City hosting Detroit, and the Thunder are 11.5-point favorites. The Lakers tonight against Washington are 16.5-point favorites. The Phoenix Suns are 12.5-point favorites over Memphis. And then you got a couple of games. Atlanta, 2.5-point favorite over Boston, which is a little bit surprising. But, down the stretch, I don't want to say we got a bunch of meaningless games, but feels like we got a bunch of meaningless games.
There are a bunch of meaningless games. This Oklahoma City game would be much better and closer, obviously, if Cade Cunningham was going to play.
Sure.
But since he's not, I can kind of see that because I think Detroit's in a pretty good position to keep the 1 seed regardless. And look, they've been playing fairly well, holding their own without Cunningham. But they got a 4-game lead over the Boston Celtics, and I think it would take a major collapse for Boston to catch them at this point in time. Boston's got to worry more about the Knicks, who are just 2.5 games behind them. But look, there are, and that's why I'm so ready for the playoffs right now. Meaningless games, just absolutely meaningless, and to have the types of spreads. And I'd have to go back, Jason. I don't remember at this point in time, but it seems to me that we haven't had this many teams obviously tanking down the stretch as we do now.
Well, and I think Adam Silver might have kind of summed it up accurately the other day, because this draft is so deep. You have more and more teams trying to get to the bottom to make sure they're in the lottery, because it is a deep draft, a deeper draft than most years. And I think he is accurate in explaining that because of the deep draft, you have more teams trying to tank, as opposed to typically when there's a couple of players that you think are going to be surefire superstars that you're not going to have an opportunity. So I do think because of the upcoming draft, that is a reason that you have more and more teams trying to get there, because you don't have to have the top 1 or 2 pick to get a generational type player, because the draft is deep, where most years that's not necessarily the case. And let's hope it's a one-off, but it is so bad that the NBA is trying, at least trying to say, all right, this is the problem. We can't have this. I mean, because all these teams are playing within the rules, and it sucks that the system is allowing this and set up for this, which is why Adam Silver has come up with 3 very complicated plans
to try
to figure it out. But all of them do have more of an emphasis on winning games to be beneficial as opposed to losing games to be beneficial. Any system that rewards suckage the way the NBA lottery does is not a good system.
It's not a good system, but again, I do applaud them for trying to do something. I don't know if the lottery system will ever go away, if the NBA is going to keep that intact. It remains to be seen. But it's just, to me, the fact that we're talking about it, and I know we're not the only ones talking about it. It's being talked about all over the place. And so the fact that we are and devoting so much time to this and other shows as well, it's bad. And it's just not good for the overall product. Folks here in San Antonio, excited, don't give a damn about who's doing what. Spurs are back in the playoffs. I get it. But the overall product of the NBA is suffering because of this. And that's why I'm happy they're at least talking about it and at least trying to get a solution to this problem, because it's got to be fixed, and it's got to be fixed soon.
Well, exactly. And again, for the Spurs, again, what should be another easy win tonight, and I say should be, they'll lay an egg at some point, right? And not that you ever want a loss, but they are also at the point they're locked into the 2 seed. They could catch Oklahoma City as the 1 if they are truly chasing that. But we'll see. I mean, there's not a lot of games left. Does Mitch Johnson adjust anything down the stretch? Like I say, they don't get a lot of practices at this time of year, but their practices are probably more intense right now than their games because they just don't have enough good on good.
Yeah, amen. That is exactly right. So we'll see what happens. Spurs play the Bulls tonight inside the Frost Bank Center. Oklahoma City, they play host to the Cade Cunningham-less Detroit Pistons. So we'll see how both of those turn out. Right now, Oklahoma City with a 2.5-game lead on the San Antonio Spurs for that number 1 seed in the Western Conference. Hey, we're live at the Hangar Bar on Potranco Road. It's where we are. It is our golf tournament after party. A lot of folks in here and winding down, enjoying some Flight by Yingling. You can come in here and register for some of the prizes that we've got to give away because, well, there's some good ones. A golf bag, Kanga coolers. We've got a schwanky shirt if you're watching on YouTube that Jason Minix has on.
You can't have this one.
But nobody wants that one,
Well,
buddy.
you don't know that.
No, nobody wants that one.
You don't know that.
It's brand new, the one we've got over there. Inside a bag. Minix has never touched it that I'm aware of. But that'll be for you to decide when you win it. So come on out here to Potranco Bar. That's Potranco, but the Hangar Bar on Potranco. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
And again, Spurs playing tonight against the Bulls, and it should be a big win for the Spurs because the Bulls are tanking. So you got to have a way to make the game more exciting. The way that you do that is play along on Underdog, the best place to make your picks and win money right now in Texas. It is so much fun. And again, whether you're playing the NBA or March Madness has been a lot of fun, but now we're down to the Final Four. So you get all your picks right, and you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. And what you're picking are whether you think a player is going to go higher or lower on stats, whether it's points, rebounds, steals, and more. You look at Wemby tonight. They have him at 3.5 blocks. Would you go higher or lower? 26.5 points, higher or lower. And you do the same thing when the tournament games continue again on Saturday, especially that Arizona-Michigan game, which is going to be so good. So do me a favor and download the Underdog app. Do it right now. Use promo code STAR to score $50 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code STAR at Underdog. Make picks, win money.
Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-MY-RESET or visit ncpgambling.org.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star is KTFM Floresville and streaming online at sasportstar.com.
Hi, I'm Jason Thompson, and I've represented folks here in San Antonio injured by negligent drivers for more than 30 years. If you or a family member has been seriously injured, I want you to call me, Jason Thompson, at 210-900-0400. I've heard from many of my clients that after they were involved in a collision, they would get phone calls asking them to hire an attorney. This is highly irregular and probably illegal. Any attorney that is trying to contact you either directly or through a marketing company is not the kind of attorney that you should trust with such a serious matter. Quite frankly, it's creepy. If you call me, we will speak directly. If you hire me, it will be after you and I have talked. I will explain what I can do for you, and you can decide what you would like me to do next. The phone call and the consultation are free. Getting a smart result requires that you make smart decisions along the way. And that's my job, to help you and your family make smart decisions. And that's based on more than 30 years of experience. If you've been injured in an accident, call me, Jason Thompson, at 210-900-0400, or go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
If you don't care about saving 50% off your wireless bill for the same 5G coverage the big guys are charging a fortune for, maybe you care about keeping jobs in America. Pure Talk does. They've pledged to run their entire operation from this country, including all their customer service. Or maybe you care about our nation's veterans. Pure Talk does. They've donated hundreds of thousands of dollars to America's Warrior Partnership, a fantastic organization working hard to prevent veteran suicide. Or maybe you care about closing America's skills gap. Pure Talk does. They're a proud supporter of MicroWorks. They're helping my foundation train the next generation of skilled workers. Don't get me wrong. Saving money's great, and you'll save plenty with Pure Talk. But if you want to be in business with people who share your values, dial pound 250. Say micro, and switch to an American wireless company that actually stands for something. Pure Talk.
The Easter Bunny, he's lost his dazzle. His tail, flatter than a pancake.
Yeah, no more poof, see?
And those eggs, they're supposed to be spiffy, colorful, full of magic, but the trap, streaky, like they've been kissed by dust bunnies.
And when the cabbage we're shelling out for eggs, they ought to be the cat's pajamas. But nope, everything's on the fritz, and we know why.
Hard water.
Nasty build-up, filmy gunk. It's giving the whole shebang the heebie-jeebies.
It needs a Connecticut. Their non-electric, high-efficiency water softness make water the bee's knees. Your skin, smoother than a gangster's alibi. And eggs?
Gleaming like gold in a G-Man's pocket.
For a limited time, get a free reverse osmosis drinking station, $400 off for trade-in, and 0% interest for 12 months. Call Connecticut of San Antonio and the Hill Country. 210-656-PURE. That's 210-656-PURE.
It's a limited time, so hop to it, see?
License number 38961.
Hey everybody, Joe Reinagle here for Window Nation. You know, spring is a great time to open your windows, and wait, your windows won't open? They leak? They're cracked? They need repainting again? You know, getting top quality custom fit windows from Window Nation is easy and affordable. During the More You Buy, the More You Save sale, you could save up to 50% off. Plus, you could get them with 0% interest for 5 years. During uncertain times, one of the best investments you can make is in your home. So visit windownation.com now to book a consultation.
Monday just got better. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star is hosting the Spring Golf Classic After Party at the Hangar Bar and Grill on Potranco. Party kicks off at 2 p.m. with the Blitz live on site. Big love to our tournament sponsor, Flight by Yingling, and props to our co-sponsors, Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chunkla, Jim B, and Sarah Auto Group on the Rocks Premium Cocktails, PPL Motorhomes, and Hornitos for making it happen. The Sports Star Golf Classic After Party, Monday at 2, Hangar Bar on Potranco. San Antonio's Sports Center.
Baseball tonight, the Houston Astros welcome in the Boston Red Sox. First pitch in Houston set for 7:10. Texas, they're on the road. They head to Baltimore to start a series with the Orioles tonight. It's a game you can catch on San Antonio's ESPN AM 1250 and 103.3 FM beginning in just a few minutes. And the Cowboys added a little defensive line depth over the weekend. Jonathan Bullard signed 1 year, $2.5 million.
Joe Reinagle.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Live at the Hangar Bar on Potranco, our after party for the San Antonio Sports Star Golf Classic. I was talking to a bunch of guys over there, minutes at that table over there, and well, they didn't tell many stories. They said we didn't win.
Yeah, they didn't win.
They didn't win.
They didn't win.
Not at all.
They didn't win.
So, but that's all right. They're in here enjoying some Flight by Yingling, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, they're winning now.
They're
for sure.
winning now. That is for sure. You got that right.
That is for sure. You can be a winner too, because we're here on the air for another hour.
Yep.
And getting people registered to win some great prizes from Flight by Yingling, including a golf bag and those Kanga coolers. And I got to say, maybe the best golf towel on planet Earth.
Without a doubt.
Agreed.
It's hard to describe if you're doing this on the radio. But one side is kind of smooth.
Like a towel.
Right, like a towel. The other side is rough, so you can scrub your golf clubs with it.
Yeah.
It's really, I've never seen anything like it. It's really cool. And if you're a golfer, whether you're good or not, doesn't matter. It's a hell of a towel.
I just said the greatest golf towel.
I use that thing all the time.
Absolutely. I'm surprised you didn't try to pocket once you have a backup.
Well, I might, because
okay.
I don't have the new design. So the new design is like Minix's shirt.
It
here.
looks just like my shirt.
Yes. If you're watching on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page, you know what I'm talking about. If you're not, there's no way I can describe that shirt.
I can't. It's cool. A lot of people have come in and say, dude, where do I get that? You could win one. We've got something to give away. We've got something to give away.
And if you pay Jason enough, he may sell you the shirt off his back.
Literally right off my back.
Right off the
I
back.
go home shirtless.
That's, jeez. Yeah, well, we're not going to do that.
I'd rather see Don Harris shirtless.
Yeah, you got that right, buddy.
Oh, that's not true.
You got that right.
That is not true. I know better than that.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
That's a nightmare waiting to happen.
Wow. Dude, that's just... You getting too excited over there, Ryan Eagle? I mean...
I'm just saying, it was kind of like that girl today at the golf course.
Which one?
She was mean. No, the girl that was accusing me of having fake hair.
She wasn't mean.
She was.
Actually, you got testy. So
I got testy.
Dude, you got testy.
She started it.
Okay, you child. We're going to turn this car around if you don't.
I know.
This lovely young lady literally asked Joe Reinagel, is your hair real? And Joe got very offended.
I was like, what are you talking about?
Of course it's real. And she was like, no, there's no way. She then asked how old you were.
Yeah, she did.
And she didn't believe your answer.
Now, she actually paid me a nice compliment there.
Well, she thought you were 54.
54, yeah. I was like, that's great. Yeah, I should have said, that's right.
And you were like, no, I'm 63. And
that's
she's
right,
like, there's no way that hair is real. and then she wanted to know where you got your hair done. Like for the fake hair, if it's glued, transplanted, whatever it was. But you were like really going at it like a couple of 8-year-olds in the back seat of the car.
Well,
like I was ready, to play old dad. Like, you kids don't knock this crap off, I'm going to pull the car over.
She was very feisty.
So were you.
Well, I even let her.
I see it naked.
Pull it.
Yeah,
she did.
She did. And that might actually saved you because you got out so she could see if she could tug on your hair and get it to.
That's true.
Yeah. and while that's happening, some dude in a golf cart not paying attention ran right in the back of my golf cart.
Slammed. Man, your back hurts.
My back is killing me right now.
4.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
I thought, man, when I saw it, because I saw it coming right at the last minute, and I thought, man, I thought you had whiplash.
Yeah.
I really did, dude.
Well,
I thought you were going to be walking around one of those neck braces.
Well, I mean, I might tomorrow. You never know. I have to call a good attorney and figure out what the hell's going on. No, it's the strangest thing, because when it happened, it didn't bother me at all.
Yeah.
But we were eating lunch, I guess, because we left the golf course, we're coming over here, stop and eat lunch, and you're sitting there. And I go to get up, and I couldn't get up. My back just like.
You had this goofy look on your face, and I'm going, hey, dude, you all right?
Dude, I felt like that. And now it's. Well, we have the most comfortable chairs.
Yes, exactly
our radio station went all out, spared no expense on comfortable chairs. But my back is killing me.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
So, Minix, you got to drive home and go get in an ice bath.
I'm thinking more heating pad.
More heat. Huh?
Yeah.
I don't know what I don't know what the right thing is. It's too bad,
Well, the son of a chiropractor says heating pad.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, what does he need? He's not the chiropractor.
Well, I'm sure he's learned something from his dad because
I've been adjusted once a week.
You get adjusted once a week? Wow.
Wow. Okay. Now, you know what? I've been to a chiropractor, and that they kind of scare me. Actually.
No, they don't kind of. They scare the hell out of me.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I know, and I know your dad's a chiropractor, but man, I there's just something about and no,
the cracks and stuff. Look,
but it helps.
Yeah, they're fine. They're fine. But yeah, you got to take care of
it. Didn't you have a chiropractor once, so you have one leg longer than the other, and that was your problem?
That's what the guy said. So my knee started hurting. My left knee started hurting me. This was just a couple of years back. And, I go in there, and he x-rayed me. He says, "Yeah, your I don't know which leg was longer than the other. I think of my left leg's a little longer than my right leg, which neither one's longer than."
I don't want a big long thing down there.
Yeah, wake up.
I digress.
Wake up.
Yes. So he gave me this support thing that I'm supposed to wear in my shoe. Problem is now, for about the last, 6 months, I don't know where the hell that thing is.
It's in your other shoe.
I don't know where it is. It may be in one of I need to check all the shoes in my closet.
How many shoes do you have?
Well, I don't know. I've got 6-7 pair of different kinds of shoes, I guess. I don't know.
They all look the
like
same.
That. Not all the same. No. Some of them are for, dressier occasions. Some are just tennis shoes. I don't know. But they may be in there. I'll have to check that out and see, because.
So now you're going to complain that your knee's hurt.
Well, you know what? It had, that thing really helped. I won't lie to you. Saying this was a chiropractor. They gave me this insert, and then he was working on me once a week. It's really kind of cool, though. You go in there,
Working on you, huh?
The table gives.
What?
Yeah. So it's a table like that. Does your dad have that? The table gives a little. So when they're
you prop it up.
Yeah.
And push it down.
Yeah. So yeah.
All right, now, Caden, why aren't you a chiropractor?
Because I have other.
That's a great answer. You could have followed into family's business.
Other interests.
That's what I'm about to say. I'm into other things. I like sports. I like,
yeah.
I like movies. I like
Snap, crackle, pop.
Dude, you'd have made a hell of a lot more money if you had become a chiropractor.
Probably.
Not probably. There's still time for you.
Yo, Buckyball, man, he's chiming in a lot today.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Aaron.
So is Caden.
Fun fact: Aaron Rodgers' father is a chiropractor too.
Oh, is that right?
Aaron Rodgers' father's a chiropractor.
Well, I think Aaron probably made more money than his father, though.
Yeah,
probably.
I'm just saying.
You'll be the complete opposite.
So I don't know.
Complete opposite.
But yeah, it's interesting what they do. So I haven't been back in a while, and maybe I need to go back and do that.
Well, see, that's it. Like, I think is mine just muscle, or is it more than that? Which is what I've got to figure out. You know.
What part of the back hurts?
The back part.
Well, I know the back part.
Like,
you get a lot
back
of
over
back.
here on the right side. That just
That's
and then
probably
going
muscle.
straight down. That's what I'm thinking.
That's what I'm thinking too. You're gonna be fine, dude. Rub some dirt on
I'm
it.
gonna be fine. I mean, my attorney doesn't want me to say that.
Rub some.
I don't have one yet, but but I might need one.
Yeah, right.
Before, get the name of that dude that hit me.
That was the goofiest thing, man.
Well, and this idiot's trying to, he's in the passenger seat and just moving the golf court up. And instead of hitting the brake, he punched the gas.
He said, "I thought I was hitting the brake."
Reinagel jumps out of the way.
I got the hell out of the way. Yes,
and
dude, I got out as quick as I could, man.
Oh.
It happened so fast. So I got to think that that feisty little girl who was telling me my hair is fake, because she might have saved my life, and I don't have a bad back. And you do.
No, but she did take out a pretty good strand of your hair, which bothered you too.
Well, she's probably going to sell
you're watching on YouTube. I mean, you can tell, man. Reinegel's hair is not perfect right now for a reason.
Well, it was windy out there today.
Yeah, but the wind doesn't make your hair move. A chick tugging on it to see if it's real. Does this hurt?
The chick what?
Tugging on your hair to see if it. Real.
My hair. Thank you.
Your hair.
For clarifying.
Well, as if we needed to clarify. Good Lord.
This nice lady over here just smiling.
Well, you want to tug on his hair too? We can start charging for people. Do you think his hair is real or fake?
See, it's real. See, this is a very smart, intelligent woman right
It was
there.
hairy.
Well, it's because you've lost all the gel that you had in there earlier when it looked like a helmet at 10 o'clock this morning.
Obviously didn't know it was going to be that windy. I'd have used the
You're the weatherman.
The heavy-duty hairspray this morning. I don't know. Hey, we are live at the Hangar Bar on Potranco Road. You still got time to come down here, register for some great gifts, courtesy of our good friends from Flight by Yingling. We're going to be giving those away here pretty soon. So come on out here, get registered, have a cold flight or 2 or 10, whatever you want to do. Have some fun with us here as we're going to talk to Dallas Cowboys because Brian Schottenheimer, and Stephen Jones at the owners' meetings, and they found microphones and cameras. Imagine that. And they talked to them.
Yeah.
So we'll hear from those guys. We continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
If you're having any issues at your house with your plumbing or your AC, there is one company to call, and that is Quartermoon Plumbing, Heating, and AC. 210-651-5899. 651-5899. At Quartermoon, they are experts at worst-case scenarios. Big job, small job, residential or commercial. Their service trucks are fully stocked, and they have all the equipment needed for any job. No commission. Sales reps, they'll provide estimates and second opinions, and they have a great experienced staff that has earned an A-plus ranking with the Better Business Bureau. And at Quartermoon, they are green certified. And I know it's the end of March. The oven will be on soon. You want to make sure your AC is ready to go. At Quartermoon, they got great maintenance programs that make sure that you are good to go for every season. And those great maintenance programs can also catch a small issue before it becomes a major issue if you have one. So call Quartermoon, 210-651-5899. 651-5899 or online at quartermoonplumbing.com.
Here at Academy, we're putting the outdoors back in Academy Sports and Outdoors, especially for firearms and ammo. Whether you're punching paper at the range or heading to the field before sunrise, you'll find what you're looking for and probably a few things you didn't know you needed. Trusted brands, tons of options, and undefeatable prices. Right now, get up to $50 off select Taurus firearms through April 6th. Academy. Fun can't lose. Age restrictions apply. Remember to always keep it safe.
Dave Ramsey here. The only water softener I recommend is a quality water softener from Connecticut. It really is the last water softener you'll ever own.
ConnecticutSA.com.
And tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've lived in San Antonio for more than 50 years. Went to grade school, high school, and graduated from law school right here. San Antonians have trusted me as their attorney after serious injury and fatality collision since 1994. My website is alawyerforus.com. Why a lawyer for us? Well, after several years of practice, I watched as insurance companies created their own law firms solely to defend against auto claims. Today, there are very few insurance companies that do not have their own captive law firm filled with attorneys whose job is to minimize what the insurance company has to pay on an auto claim. If you or a family member is injured in a traffic collision, you will need your own attorney. Just remember alawyerforus.com. For many lawyers you see on billboards, your case will be handled by a non-lawyer or a staff lawyer. If you call me, Jason Thompson, I will be the lawyer you speak with. The initial consultation is always free. If you or a family member needs an experienced attorney you can trust, fast, I want you to call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 900-0400. That's 210-900-0400 or alawyer4us.com.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
Pros, just because something on the job runs out doesn't mean you have to. Order it on the Lowe's app. My Lowe's Pro Rewards members get free same-day delivery on eligible orders over $25. Get the fasteners, hardware, or tools you need to keep the job moving. Order by 2 p.m. and get eligible in-stock items delivered right to your job site by 8 p.m. Members get more at Lowe's. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Subject to availability. Restrictions and terms at lowes.com/shipping terms. Subject to change.
Monday just got better. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star is hosting the Spring Golf Classic After Party at the Hangar Bar and Grill on Potranco. Party kicks off at 2 p.m. with a Blitz live on site. Big love to our tournament sponsor, Flight by Yingling, and props to our co-sponsors, Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chunkla, Jim Beam, and Sarah Autogroup on the Rocks Premium Cocktails, PPL Motorhomes, and Hornitos for making it happen. The Sports Star Golf Classic After Party, Monday at 2, Hangar Bar on Potranco.
This is Andrew Monaco, and you're listening to the home of the Aggies, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
And we are at the Hangar Bar, Potranco. It is our after party, our San Antonio Sports Star Golf Classic after party. A lot of the golfers in here taking the edge off or just finishing themselves. I don't know. Man, because it was a lot of fun out there on the golf course. That's for sure. And a lot to consume.
A lot to consume. Well, very entertaining.
Very entertaining.
Nobody leaves our golf tournament thirsty.
I can guarantee you that. Thanks to our good friends from Flight by Yingling, for sure. So, but everybody that came out and all the sponsors, thank you all very much. You guys are great. We appreciate it.
The NFL owners meetings taking place in Arizona. According to Adam Schefter, the Super Bowl will return to Las Vegas in 2029.
All right.
So we've got L.A., Atlanta, and then Las Vegas. The surprising thing there, and I know we talked about it when it was reported last week that sources were saying it was going back to Vegas, that Jerry Jones doesn't get another Super Bowl, at least with this round. There was a lot of talk when we were in San Francisco and speculation that Jerry World would get that Super Bowl because they knew the next
29.
In 29, right. And that ain't happening. And it really is surprising that they haven't gone back to North Texas since the disaster that was Super Bowl 45.
Yeah, well, look, I'm surprised too, and it's a perfect venue for a Super Bowl. I mean, no matter what you think of Jerry Jones or the Dallas Cowboys, look, Jerry World is beautiful. It's just a great place. And it's a great place to watch football, and so it's kind of sad to me that they haven't had another Super Bowl there.
Well, and again, when you think about the ice storm that they had in Dallas that year,
well, Jerry can't control that.
No, but the city of Dallas wasn't prepared to handle the roads.
Gotcha.
I mean, keep in mind, we've dealt with Minnesota. We had snow in Atlanta. Last time it was in Atlanta. And for 2 days, it was brutal. But you know what? They could make the roads passable. I would imagine they could come up with a plan. And if you remember that Super Bowl, they had the seating fiasco. Clearly, they can't still hold that against them because all you got to do is say, all right, we won't try to put in temporary seats and make it 100,000. And, this is what we're going to do. But with Jerry missing out on this Super Bowl, and again, in San Francisco, the talk was it's going to go to Jerry World because Nashville's building a new stadium. They're going to get a Super Bowl. You think about some of these new stadiums that are being built, Jacksonville, that, outside of Buffalo, if you build one, you're going to get a Super Bowl. And, Buffalo, if they put a roof on theirs, probably would get one.
Absolutely.
But without a roof, and they decided not to. No way. And I say that knowing that we went to Minnesota because that stadium you could play. They don't want to do a cold weather Super Bowl. No, cold weather city, sure. Although Minnesota was such a disaster. One of the days, and I'll never forget because I've never seen anything quite like this at the Super Bowl in Minnesota. The wind chill was minus 48.
Woo!
And
what was the feels like temperature?
Minus something. I mean, it was like your glasses would freeze. It was just ridiculous. But they have so many outdoor events planned, even in Minnesota, that they had to scale back or completely get rid of. But they don't like the cold weather cities. It just really is, knowing the new stadiums that are being built, for Jerry not to get the one in 29, you almost wonder if they'll get another one anytime soon. And while Jerry is alive.
While I'm alive. Yeah, look, I mean, if the city of Dallas could help out there or say, look, we'll be prepared this time for whatever happens. And not to mention the fact that the chances of that happening again are slim and none. Well, it just doesn't happen all that often. And so, yeah, I'd like to see it come back to Jerry World. I really would.
Yeah, but the other parts of it, too, is kind of what we dealt with this year in San Francisco, where, because a region gets it, not a city, that nothing was close. And, in getting around, from the various events, because when they do in North Texas, there was stuff, and obviously the stadium is in Arlington, and they were trying to do stuff in Dallas, and like San Francisco was stupid. Well, let's have something in San Jose that's 2 hours away.
Traffic.
Well, and then you add in the traffic, where you go to the cities that are a lot more walkable. In New Orleans, we'll be back in the mix. They always seem to be. It's such a great Super Bowl city. Even if one of us doesn't like the city of New Orleans, it's still a great spot for the Super Bowl. And Vegas was. It was Vegas. That was a great time.
Oh, it was a good time. And look, that's a good spot obviously for a Super Bowl. We had a lot of fun there.
Well, we did, but I mean, just aside from the personal fun, just the ease and convenience of getting to all the events. Now, they could figure out how not to have a 3.5 mile walk from the security checkpoint at Radio Row to the actual Radio Row. That would be helpful.
That would be nice. But, you're right about Dallas. I know they're covering a Final Four there. And, the Final Four was fine. And fortunately, Marcus and I didn't have to travel. But the stuff, like the interactive stuff, the games and stuff, were all the way in at the convention center in Dallas. And it was about damn near an hour drive.
Yeah.
And so, everything was spread out. So maybe that's the problem. That the NFL is taking into consideration more so than, the weather and stuff.
Although it's still with around the stadium, around Jerry World. When you look at everything that is there now that wasn't there in 2010, I mean, that whole area is so completely different. So. Again, to me, it is kind of surprising, even though they, sources said more than a week ago that it would be Vegas. To see the NFL officially announce it today is a bit of a surprise. Now, as far as the Cowboys, they are at the owners' meetings. Obviously, the Cowboys talking, and the big story is George Pickens. This is Brian Schottenheimer on NFL Live talking about GP and his current situation.
I tell you what, it's going to play out the way it plays out. GP was amazing last year. I really didn't know what we were going to get, and when I got him, I just fell in love with him. The very first meeting, we have a basketball hoop in my office, and I beat him. We played a little bit of best of three. Yeah, I beat him. He'll probably deny that, but from that point on, I just knew he just loves football, and he makes us better. And it'll play out how it plays out, but we expect to be a Cowboy fan.
Yeah, we'll see how that works out. And I'm sure that's what Brian Schottenheimer wants. If you're a head coach, you want the best players, and you got a player like Pickens, and especially the way he played last year, you want him to stick around. Jerry and Steven may have a whole different idea there when it comes to Pickens and obviously how much do they want to pay the guy and so on and so forth.
What I find interesting is the consistent messaging from the Cowboys. As you just heard Brian Schottenheimer say there on NFL Live, he said something similar during his press conference. Steven is pretty consistent that they want George Pickens long term. It's the business side of football that they have to work through, but they have consistently said they want him there long term. And that probably goes a long way with George. I don't know about his agent. Does that mean that, is they're trying to work through it, but also being very delicate with trying to not say something that could make things turn sideways like it got with Micah Parsons, right? Now, granted, we're hearing from Schottenheimer and we're hearing from Steven. We're not hearing from Jerry yet.
Right.
And again, everything was great with Micah Parsons and all his stuff until it wasn't. And then it got personal. And right now it feels like they are doing everything to be very positive and say nothing but we love the dude and we want him here long term. It's the business that will, take care of itself over time. But every time Schottenheimer has talked about George Pickens, he always makes sure to say something along the lines of, we want him here for a long time. This isn't a 1-year play on a tag and then we'll see you later, or let's see what we can get for you. It's, we love you and we want you here long term. And that is by design. Consistent messaging.
Well, sure it is. And again, you're right. We haven't heard from Jerry. And Steven, not sure exactly what he said today regarding George Pickens, if anything, but those are the guys. I mean, Shotty you want all the good players. You do. Sometimes they fit, sometimes they don't. And I'm sure Brian Schottenheimer hopes that George Pickens is there for a long time. Again, it's just going to depend on what George Pickens wants, demands, and what the Cowboys are willing to pay him.
Well, I mean, Steven was very, quick in responding to George Pickens.
We're just we're just not going to comment as we move forward on negotiations on where that stands or anything like that.
Do you have any idea whether he will show up or
answer your question?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So see, Steven doesn't want to have anything to do with that conversation at this point in time, and that's pretty typical Steven.
Yep.
When there's a player involved and you're negotiating or talking about dollars, he doesn't like to. Jerry doesn't give a damn.
No.
Steven's a little different.
And Schottenheimer, I love you, man. And the one thing that Brian Schottenheimer did say about George Pickens when he was at the press conference was, doesn't know if he's going to show up. It's voluntary, very, lying. He wants him there. But he did say that he's been working out with Dak and with CD.
Yeah.
And we know because of social media, CD Lamb and George Pickens are on vacation together in Mexico, I believe.
Yeah,
so
somewhere like that.
They, some fancy ass resort. But it is a good sign that he's working out with his quarterback and with CD Lamb, even though I don't expect him to show up for any of the offseason stuff. And I wouldn't be surprised if a deal isn't worked out that he doesn't show up for training camp, because that really is his only leverage. And that's typically what players not named Dak Prescott do when they get the franchise tag.
Well, yeah, that's going to be interesting to see, because, again, I don't think Pickens has any leverage at all, quite frankly, in this whole thing. And, I mean, he's franchise tag. He's got to play for the Cowboys unless they trade him. He's got no other choice, and $28 million. I don't think he's going to leave any of that on the table by not playing. So does he hold out, and does that do any good? I guess we'll see. That is yet to be determined. Hey, you still got time to come out here. We're about to draw for these prizes here coming up pretty soon, including a Flight by Yingling golf bag, some Kanga coolers. I got a swanky shirt like Minix is wearing here. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see exactly what I'm talking about. And so we're about to get that done. You get on down here to the Hangar Bar on Potranco Road. Our after party for our San Antonio Sports Star Golf Classic is well underway. We're going to talk some San Antonio Spurs when we return. It is Game Night San Antonio, brought to you by Vision Source. That's coming up next here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. First of all, I got to brag a little bit about my Connecticut quality water softener. I love this thing. I really do. Just seems to make everything better. Really is. And look, I was skeptical at first. I really was. Because I've had other water softeners. What could be the difference? And there is a huge difference. You have a Connecticut quality water softener. And as good as that product is at saving your appliances, your pipes, and all of that kind of stuff, they throw in a perk that I love. It's a reverse osmosis drinking station that they'll install right there at your kitchen sink. And you can get it for free when you purchase a Connecticut quality water softener. I love this thing. It's like having bottled water right there at your kitchen sink. So you don't have to lug bottled water into your house from the grocery store and have all the trash that comes with bottled water, whether you're throwing that in the recycle bin or the trash can. Either way, that's no longer. You've got it right there at your kitchen sink. It is an amazing product. I absolutely love it. Coffee tastes better. Anything you use water to cook with is absolutely better. Look, take advantage of this opportunity. That is a great perk. How about this one? 0% interest for 12 months. That's another one. Free money, basically. That's what you're getting. Connecticut quality water softener. The best in the business. Give them a call. 656-PURE, 656-7873, or you get them online at ConnecticutSA.com. And you know the jingle. Sing it with me. It's the last water softener you'll ever own. Call 656-PURE, Connecticut.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Tuesday on the Morning Huddle, day after the golf tournament, we're back in the saddle. Spurs knocked one out again last night.
Spurs take care of business. Are they chasing their tail? We'll talk about what they did, what they got to do to hold on steady to second place. And oh, by the way, Cowboys picked up a defensive lineman. We'll talk about that and the tournament. Get here early. Party starts at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Some people reach a line and stop. Some hit a wall and turn around. Then there are the ones who cross the line, climb the wall, face obstacles, and turn them to their advantage. That's where we come in. We're the next rodeo. We design bold marketing that drives real growth. A creative partner for businesses ready to push forward beyond what's expected. The Next Rodeo. Learn more at thenextrodeo.com.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
When snack time calls, Pork Rinds answers. Be your own crunch time hero with Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds. Skip the chip and go straight for the ultimate crunch that's low carb, high protein, and loaded with bold flavor. We're talking sweet barbecue or hot honey. Yeah, it's that good. Snack smarter, crunch harder. Stock up on Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds at H-E-B or head to porkrinds.com. Make Southern Recipe your crunch time hero.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
Shh, here he comes. Surprise! The people above your catering business are doing major construction, and the drilling is only during business hours. It's so loud.
Progressive knows small business owners usually don't like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money, getting personalized discounts on a commercial auto quote with Progressive.
Also, that isn't powdered sugar on the floor. It's plaster from your ceiling.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
When I wake up
The best mornings
in the morning light,
start with Wrangler.
I pull on my jeans and I feel alright.
Jeans, jackets, and shirts that get your day started. Good mornings make for better days. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
Back here at the Hangar Bar on Potranco, our golf tournament after party well underway. Everybody having a good time, registering for Flight by Yingling stuff, which we'll be drawing for here right at the end of the show. So we're going to be giving that stuff away here in about 20 minutes or so, something like that. But, yeah, you still got time to get down here. You want to get down here, come on down and join us. I'm Joe Reinagle. He's Jason Minix. Good day today, man.
Great day today on the golf course. And then again, you get the Spurs playing the Bulls tonight.
This is Game Night San Antonio. Brought to you by Vision Source on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. Every weekday game night, The Blitz with Jason and Joe get you inside and ready for tonight's game. From insiders to an in-depth preview of tonight's game, this is Game Night San Antonio. Brought to you by Vision Source. Beyond your eyes.
And it's one of those games tonight where the Spurs are taking on another team that is just trying to play out the string and get to the end of the season. It is Game Night San Antonio, brought to you by Vision Source. Go to see Vision Source South San Antonio, Dr. Diane Ramirez-Shank on South Flores between East South Cross and Southwest Military, or Sitterly Vision Source and Dry Eye Center on Thousand Oaks near Jones Maltzberger. Dr. Sitterly and Dr. Nicole Maldonado over there.
Absolutely. Well, it's a game, too, that not only Chicago's playing out the season, they want to lose as many games as possible between now and then. And so, again, the Spurs are an 18.5-point favorite tonight.
Is that all?
That's it.
You going to take it?
No. I mean, I certainly wouldn't take the Bulls because I think there's a good chance the Spurs cover. But to me, in an NBA game, to have that big of a spread is ridiculous. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. And just goes, again, to show you the blatant tanking that's going on in the NBA right now.
Well, and again, you have a lot of double-digit lines in the NBA tonight. The one that's a little surprising, because tonight's Spurs-Bulls game is on Peacock. The second game of the Peacock doubleheader is Oklahoma City and Detroit. I know Kate Cunningham isn't playing, but I'm surprised that line is OKC by 11.5. You also have Phoenix favored by 12.5 over Memphis, and you have Cleveland a 16.5-point favorite over Utah.
Unbelievable.
The Lakers are a 16.5-point favorite over Washington.
Unbelievable.
Because of all the tanking, and I think a big part of that too is, March 30th, you're a couple weeks left in the regular season. The playoffs have been decided. There's nobody fighting for a playoff berth. seeding, yes, but you know the teams in the lottery and you know the teams in the playoffs. So the ones in the lottery, they're trying to increase their lottery chances tonight because their win is a loss.
That absolutely. And it's just amazing to me. And the Spurs have been the beneficiary of a lot of teams tanking. This will be their third straight game with one of those teams tonight. Then the schedule maybe gets a little bit tougher. They'll head to Golden State. Then they got the Clippers, and they'll finish up this 3-game road trip that they're about to go on in Denver on Saturday afternoon.
And I think that is the one positive that you can take when you're looking at this San Antonio Spurs team. An issue earlier in the season was playing down to their competition. They're not doing that late in the season. They're blowing out the teams they should blow out. My problem with that is, does that get you better and get you ready for the playoffs? You need some good on good. And, you know, they're coming off that 3-game road trip, 1 game at home tonight and against Chicago, and then they're on the road for 3 before wrapping up the regular season with 4 straight home games, Philadelphia, Portland, Dallas, and Denver. But it's kind of an odd night, and that would be the only concern, and I even use that lightly, is they got a game that they know Chicago doesn't give a damn about. And Mitch Johnson's, I think, biggest task down the stretch with these games that they've just been destroying people in is making sure his team is mentally ready. And we've seen some rough starts, and then they blow them out. But that would be the only thing to watch for tonight is, does this team look sharp, knowing that, hey, then they weren't home for very long and they've got to go back out on the road, get your laundry done and go.
Yeah, it's kind of a crazy deal to come home for 1 game and then head back out on the road. The good news is, what is the final 4 games are at home, and you got to figure they'll be home for a long time because at least the first 2 games in the playoffs will be there at the Frost Bank Center.
Yeah, so they'll get enough time to rest and some good hard practices, I would imagine, because they will have a little bit more time to get ready for that little bit of a break before the playoffs begin. And the first round always seems to take forever. So it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out. But, you know, the good news for the Spurs, while they got a bad opponent tonight, is they've been blowing out the bad opponents. And you look at that 18.5 and you go, man, it could be bigger.
I guess it could be bigger than that, yes. I can't imagine it being much bigger than the 18.5-point favorite. It's just, well, it's crazy to me. But, and again, I think the Spurs will cover that. I think it's a 20, 25-point blowout again, possibly even bigger than that, just because of the way Chicago is playing and what they want to accomplish. And that's to have more ping pong balls in the hopper.
Well, and again, for the Spurs, how does Mitch handle rotations late, watching everybody's minutes, and having a fun game at home? You know, when we were on the golf course earlier today, we met a jackal.
We did.
Not just any jackal. We met the current jackal of the month. Now, I didn't know they did things like that, but they did they apparently do a jackal of the month. But he was telling us some of the different things that they're trying to do for the playoffs and want to do for the playoffs. And, you know, he was like, man, I got to take it easy on the golf course today because I've got a game tonight. He was so into it, and which is cool to see. And, you know, kind of fun, but they got to go take care of business, man. And right now, you know, they won 8 straight, and it should be 9 straight tonight. Because this should be a cupcake.
Well, it should be, and it is. I don't think there's going to be any question. Here's a question for you.
All right.
Now, as we move on, and that's what I've been told, right, that Wemby's not Tim Duncan, and there's differences. So we've got the Jackals now. Are the baseline bums still there?
Yeah, the baseline bums are still there.
All right. You never hear about the baseline bums anymore.
Well, I mean, you know, they're not the Jackals.
Well, they're not on the baseline either.
No,
they haven't been for a long time.
Yeah, they haven't been on the baseline since the Hemisphere days.
I was curious about that, if they're still around or not. So they are. That's a good thing. A lot of nice folks have been in the baseline bumps for a long, long time. I wonder if any of those folks were invited to become Jackals.
I would imagine. And again, I think some of the things that, you know, because the Spurs have clinched the number 2 seed, they still have a chance at the 1 seed.
They do.
Right? And when you look at Oklahoma City's schedule down the stretch versus the Spurs schedule down the stretch, it is a possibility that the Spurs could catch the Oklahoma City Thunder for that 1 seed. But when you look at a Spurs team that is 24-2 since the beginning of February, that's nuts. Chicago's not going to try, right?
No, not at all.
And so, they should kind of like the Milwaukee game. They should get an easy win tonight. And like you said, then you're on the road for 3, a Golden State team that is.
I don't. Curry's not back yet, is he?
No, and the Clippers game on Thursday, but so you got a Wednesday, Thursday back to back. Does Mitch Johnson look to rest somebody there? Will that be the all hands on deck tonight? But with the back-to-back, I'd be surprised if everybody played in the back-to-back. And then the game at Denver on Saturday afternoon, it would be the interesting one. And the big question for me is, and I know it's Monday, we got all week to talk about it, but does Wemby play against Denver on Saturday, knowing that he has yet to play against the Nuggets this season? And I think that could be the game if he plays against Joker, has a monster game. To me, that goes a long way in the MVP voting. If he doesn't play because of a, random sore back or ankle or whatever, then you got to start questioning, what's up, dude? Why aren't you playing against the Joker? It could actually hurt him if he misses in the MVP conversation for those that are going to make the vote, because it is, to me, a little bit more coincidental. Yeah. He haven't played against Denver. Random.
It is weird, and I truly hope he plays this Saturday. I really do. If you're going to rest him a game, rest him Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, because I'm with you. I think, look, at some point in time, if you're trying to become the most valuable player, you got to play against the best and do well against the best. At least in my mind, you do. And so Joker's one of the best. And you're going to have to play against that guy. And I really hope, if it is some kind of strategy that the Spurs have devised not to do this, or show Denver something, or whatever the case may be, I don't like it. And I think he needs to play in this game. I really do. And he needs to be successful.
What's crazy is, next Monday, obviously, that's a game going against the national championship game in the NCAA tournament. Then Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, and the regular season is over. And I'm ready for it to be over.
Yeah.
Can you just fast forward? But he does have 3 more games in which he can miss and still be eligible for the postseason awards. You almost wonder, coming down the stretch, does he get a night off on Friday, April 10th against Dallas, or that last regular season game, ironically, against Denver?
I'd be happy if he did that. If you give him a rest, because look, I don't think as a 22-year-old young man, he's not going to get rusty. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
But I would rather him be rested, and you take out any risk of any stupid injury, any problem there. Once this thing's locked up and they know where they're going to be, I'm okay with Wemby taking it easy for however many games are left in the NBA. And I'm not saying sit him. You obviously can't do that, but I'm just
21 minutes.
Limited minutes.
21 minutes.
Yes, just take it easy and let's get ready for the playoffs.
I mean, even let's go back. When he was dealing with real injuries and coming back, and he was on a minutes restriction, it was ironic that it was around 20 minutes. Because he's got to play 21 minutes to stay eligible, or 20 minutes to stay eligible. If that dude plays 22 minutes tonight and 22 minutes on this road trip, I'm good with that. Do whatever you need to do to stay eligible for those postseason awards.
Right.
At this point, but it's the playoffs that you're looking for. That's what they've got to do.
Well, absolutely it is, and that's what's important. They've done what they needed to do. They're in a great position to be able to do that, and so take advantage of it. And again, there's going to be a point in time where you're going to raise the white flag for catching OKC. especially if they continue winning the way they're doing. At some point in time, that's going to be out the window. You know, you're locked into the 2 seed, and you get ready for the playoffs and whomever you might face at that point in time. I'm completely okay with I'd be okay with Wemby not playing against either Golden State or the Clippers. Wednesday, Thursday. Give him a rest day. I'd be fine with that. I think the only game that I'm really concerned with now that him playing in is that Denver game. And I want to see him play, and I want to see him go head-to-head with the Joker and see how he does.
I agree.
Let's go.
Spurs and Bulls tonight on Peacock. Game Night San Antonio, brought to you by Vision Source. Go see Dr. Gonzalez, Vision Source. Diana Gonzalez on Market Ridge near the HEB at 281 and Evans Road. What a day.
What a day, man. It has been a great day. And I think everybody, just by the looks on the faces here, they're anxious to start this drawing. I know that. Everybody's looking forward to seeing if they won a prize or not. We're going to do that just as soon as we end the show here from the Hangar Bar here on Potranco Road. I want to thank them for hosting the after party here. Of course, we got to thank our good friends with Flight by Yingling, Beer Santa, and everybody there for, all the cold beer today.
Absolutely. And I see a bucket with your name on it and my name on it.
Yeah, there's got to be one there.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
So are we ready to turn this over to Pledge early or what?
It's not early.
It's not. Pledge hasn't really done much today at all.
It's called extra innings for a reason.
What? That's exactly right. That's exactly right. It is extra innings with Pledger coming up next here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Be sure and tune in the morning, 6 a.m. Rob and AJ, they get your day started on the Morning Huddle. And Minix and I will be back here on these great airways tomorrow at 2. Until then, have a great night, everybody.
When you think San Antonio sports, think 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Your home for the Cowboys. KTFM Floors